asshole is acting like. It's like the rich asshole bully archetype. He fits the fucking mold.
You don't understand that you're
Yo, what's up, Hoopty? I will mod you, yes.
Right? Like
No way. Hoopty is a mod in Jalen's chat too? That's crazy. Hell yeah.
genius, Albert Einstein level history bookmaker.
Yeah, he's fucking Albert Einstein. Yeah, he's basically him, Albert Einstein. What's the difference? There's literally none. Dude, he's basically the same as Albert Einstein, I'm telling you. Like,
he's a genius.
Yeah, he's literally a genius. Hold on, wait. I need to do something real quick, okay? Just so that we you know, we're clear. As to what kind of genius we're dealing with, because I think it's important to know. All right, it's important to know who we're dealing with here, okay? I'm trying to save the no, don't save the link. Fuck you. Save the I can't even do this. I'm too fucking stupid. All right. Anyways, let me go to No. Oh my god. I'm trying to do a bit here, and it's not working because I'm actually brain dead. All right. Yeah. Anyways. Here's the thing, right? I literally. Hold on. I need to. Nope. Not what I meant to do. Fuck. I'm so dumb. Okay. Let me just put them side by side, okay? Hold on. Okay. Stop. Move. Okay? Can you tell the difference between these two people? I see no difference. These are exactly the same fucking person, okay? Which one is Albert Einstein and which one is the voice actor for Gumball? I honestly forgot. I can't tell which one is which because they're the same fucking person. Spot the difference. You can't. Oh, wait. Spot the fucking difference. I dare you. Do it right now. Yeah, you won't. You fucking won't, alright? You fucking won't. Anyway, sorry. Had to do that. You have such pretty eyes, Femyoz. Aw, well, thank you. I see a sexy girl. Wait, who, Jalen? I assume? Is who you're referring to? Hell yeah. I'm a simp? Nice. Nice. But yeah, anyways. Let's continue. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Sahara, and there's 100 million, 1,000 billion fucking sand particles. You're gonna be one of those, and I'm gonna be a statue erected in gold. So understand.
I think you're smart.
Yeah, he's gonna be a statue erected in gold. Yeah, definitely.
Right. Of course, and people can do that.
You probably are extremely drunk, or
No, I'm
if
not.
you're like this. If you're actually not,
I am
you're
like this
just an
because
idiot.
ADHD, autism, neurodivergent.
I have ADHD.
No, he's doing it. He's doing the, well, you see, I'm allowed to be a fucking terrible person because I have ADHD and autism. And I'm neurodivergent, so that makes what I'm doing okay.
As well.
Right.
I'm getting some like flashbacks right now. You know, like this reminds me of someone. Dude, these type of people, man. It's always the excuses. Oh, I'm ADHD. Oh, I'm autistic. Oh, I have this. I have that. It's like, oh shit, my camera disconnected for a second. It's like, that is not an excuse to be a fucking asshole. It's not an excuse. There are plenty of people with all those things. There are people who have their fucking legs blown off.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't know if I'd use that comparison, but yeah, it's like, okay, as somebody that is neurodivergent, fucking autistic as hell, has ADHD, I've dealt with some pretty serious depression. I'm also trans, so that gives me minority points. As somebody that suffers with all this shit, you don't see me going around saying that I'm fucking Albert Einstein, and that there's gonna be a gold statue of me or whatever the fuck he said. Like, it's incredible. You don't go around seeing me disrespecting innocent Uber drivers for no fucking reason.
right? People who are like extremely disabled. There are people in the hospital fucking dying at the age of 12, and they don't treat people like this.
Like, there's a good chance that I'm more disabled than this guy, but he's using it as an excuse regardless, even though this is, like, something that, despite most likely being more disabled than him, not doing that shit, right? Like, I'll own it. Like, that's the thing, is, like, nobody who's disabled wants to be disabled. Like, being autistic is not, like, this, like, fun, quirky, sort of thing, right? It's not this fun, little, quirky characteristic. Like, having autism fucking sucks. Like, yeah, I'll make jokes about it and whatnot, but it's like a genuine, like, that and ADHD, like, those are genuine ailments. Like, they genuinely make it more difficult to live my life, right? Like, it's not like these are just silly little attributes I have that mean that I'm allowed to do more stuff because I just can't help it because my mental illness, right?
They don't act like this. It's like, it's not an excuse.
Right, but because you said it,
Literally.
that's what the mask is. I think you're a faggot, all right? So that's why.
You're fucked.
I'm not fucked, dude.
You're just like us all the time.
This is like Adam and Ezra Miller. Yeah. There's a lot of these Hollywood celebs that are like.
Autism is not a blessing nor a curse. I mean, I don't know. To me, it feels like it's both. And Kitty, wait, where? What?
This. They're like fucking crazy. It's insane. Like, I would not want to be around a person like this. Like, it's like, maybe it is just the alcohol, and if it is, he needs to like never drink again to like ensure that this shit doesn't happen. Some people, they just can't handle that shit. It's not good for them. He became like a Minecraft streamer at some point. Junkie Janker or something like that. And he would do like Minecraft streams, and he was part of like Minecraft Mondays, and I think he was even in the Dream SMP maybe. I don't quote me.
Why are donations gone? What do you mean? Donate because my channel's demonetized, you mean? In the pinned message, oh no. Shit. What the fuck? I did not finish the stream. Fuck you. Wait. Why? Oh my fucking god. I don't want it to be two separate VODs. Are you fucking serious right now? Are you fucking serious? Why? Why, YouTube? Why are you like this? What the fuck? Stop. I did not ask for this. Why would you? If I don't press the end stream button, then why the fuck would you end it automatically, you stupid motherfucker? Holy shit. If I don't press end stream, don't end stream, you stupid piece of shit. Holy fuck. I don't want it to start a new VOD. I want it to all be in the same VOD. Incredible. And now I have to update the thumbnail. All because YouTube is fucking retarded. If I don't press the end stream button, it means I don't want the stream to end. What the fuck is this shit? Genuinely fucking mind-boggling. Genuinely mind-boggling. It's like, why would it assume automatically that I just, oh yeah, I totally wanted the stream to end. Genuinely. How long ago was this? Cause this shit's so fucking stupid. Genuinely. Fucking brain dead. Fuck you, YouTube. Genuinely fuck yourself. You stupid motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Genuinely mind-boggling how fucking stupid YouTube is. Incredible. I didn't end stream. Like 6 minutes ago? Jesus Christ. Alright, smash like on this to fucking boost it algorithmically, because holy shit, I'm actually so mad right now. I'm actually so mad. I'll feel better if the new stream has 3 likes. We have 12 concurrents. If we can get to 12 likes, that'd be great. But yeah, I'm not getting remonetized until, or I can't even apply for remonetization until at least December 12th. I don't understand. Is there a way to make it not fucking stupid like this? Because, like, here's the thing. This shit pisses me off. I want it all to be in one VOD. Oh, God. I'm actually so pissed off right now. Is there a way to make it not stupid? Because how much to free the nipple? A lot of money, and I'd not do it on YouTube. Oh, God. Is there a way to fucking fix this? Auto detect? No. No. I just... Ugh. Is there any way to make it so that Restream doesn't just automatically decide to fucking end stream if the Wi-Fi stops working for like 2 seconds? Because that shit is infuriating. It's so stupid that it's infuriating. Actually fucking infuriating. I'm sorry. That shit makes me mad. But I'm feeling a little bit better now because it's been a little bit. We've got a few more likes. Liked. Okay, good. Yeah, smash like. Make me feel better about this shit. Is Restream like OBS but different? No, it's like something I use to multi-stream. The problem with it, why did people just unlike? Jesus Christ. Just smash like. Anyways, I'm sorry. Am I overreacting to this shit? Or is it like, does it make sense that I would be fucking mad at this shit because it just decides to just end it for no goddamn reason? I just don't... This shit pisses me off. A little overreact. I see how it's annoying. Yeah. Nah, you're good? Okay. Thank fuck. No issue with letting out the fumes when needed. Yeah. Oh my god. That shit pisses me the fuck off. Also, why does it say it has 3 views? There were more concurrents than that. This shit is so buggy. I know for a fact that shit has more than 3 views. Not gonna lie, Angry Yos is kinda hot. Real. Welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. Now, as all of you are probably aware, just from... How does it only have... I'm so... Reading the title alone, of course. Okay. Yeah, fuck this shit, man. Fuck this shit. I get this angry when software I need to make money is having problems. Yeah, and that's basically what this is, right? It's like, this is what I mean, I don't want to say I do this for a living because I don't make a living off of it, but, like, this is what I want to do for a living, and it's like, oh, you know, I want my... Here's the thing, right, is I want my, my catalog of live stream content to be easy to sift through. I don't want it to be, like, a fucking clusterfuck where it's, like, unwatchable after the fact, right? I also need to copy and paste the tags, I just realized. So, I'm gonna have to go to the YouTube studio. Are you gonna talk about Brasso? Probably not. I probably never will. But now it's like, oh, I have two things with the same fucking thumbnail. So I'm gonna have to copy that. And pay. I don't even know if I should include this as like the same episode. I have it set as 10 now, Dramayoz number 10. But yeah, I don't know. Damn. That's infuriating. Genuinely. I'm gonna have to figure this shit out when I'm done streaming. Because that shit fucking bothers me. It's like tempting me not to multi-stream almost. Because that's fuck... Ugh. Man. Fuck you, YouTube. What the fuck? Also, hello, Kim NK. Welcome to the stream. Dear, oh dear. Where were we? I also need to go take a big fat pee-pee. Anyways. Fuck, where was I going with this? Okay, so that ended up with that and that. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to double stream watch. Hell yeah. It's like my channel's already dying. I don't need to be dealing with technical difficulties on top of that. It's like... Whatever. I'm gonna have to figure this shit out when I'm done streaming. Because that's gonna piss me the fuck off. Need an I don't have an Ethernet connection. That's the problem. Get in drama? Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Dear Lord. Oh my god. I don't know if it's the ISP having problems. That's the thing. I don't know. It's just dog shit. And at the end of the day, I want to be able to pause the stream anyway. So if there's like a technical difficulty, like say the audio stops working and I need to fix it, I want to be able to just pause the stream. Like, that's important. Like, having good VODs is important to me. Like, that's genuinely fucking important. Like, that's really important in my opinion. Like, it's meant to be like a podcast. I don't want it to just be like, whatever. I need to go to the bathroom. So, yeah, anyways, I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna keep this playing. I'm gonna pull a Hassan. Very sorry. This is gonna be my live Hassan reaction. And, yeah. Anyways.
Me on that, so that's why they're together, because there is some sort of, like, connection there.
ADHD neurodiversion. That's not. But yeah, you guys are, you're really cool with Dream. I still want to fight you. And all of the shit that's happening tonight, it's not gonna make it a fucking, like, brutal marauder.
Oh yeah, and they probably like met and hung out at like VidCon or TwitchCon or something. That's probably where this is. That's probably why they're together. And they're just like in the Uber together. And Dream's like, holy shit, like the voice actor for Gumball is like going off on this Uber drive right now. So he whips out his phone and he's recording it.
It's gonna be a brutal marauder. I'm gonna like literally like.
Junkie really let himself go.
You're gonna be dead. Like, I'm serious.
Okay, man.
Okay, man. And then apparently he does. Like he did assault Dream after this.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Tyrell, I apologize.
Oh my god, I'm good. I know. I'm sorry for
I met him tonight.
Oh, okay, yeah. He met him tonight. He just met him tonight on this day. Now, I gotta hand it to Dream. Like, most people, when they get a fucking bomb like this, first thing they're gonna do is post that shit. Like, holy fuck. Like, I'm in the car with Gumball, and he's, like, going fucking crazy. But I think this was in 2020. I don't know if there's a date on these messages here that he sent to Dream. No, it doesn't look like there is. I think it was 2020, or I don't know when. Maybe it wasn't 2020, because Dream hadn't face revealed then. He said he didn't go outside. So this was probably recently, right? So Dream's obviously he didn't release this until this fucking asshole wanted to start shit for no fucking reason. It's like, why would you even do that? Why would you do that? Like, when you know what you did, like, you know that this person has some like really serious shit on you that could ruin your entire fucking career, and you're gonna talk shit because you're.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with this. To add on to that, what I'm gonna say is sorry, where was I going with this? Oh, right. Yeah, and the thing about this is I know that there are going to be some people that bring up the criticism of, oh, well, you see, Dream is actually a bad person because he didn't bring this to light sooner. But you have to keep in mind that we already know that this person apologized to Dream in private, in DMs. So my guess as to what happened, and maybe I'm being overly charitable to Dream, but I think that that's perfectly fair in this circumstance, is he saw that there was an apology, and he's like, okay, I'm not going to release this. I don't want to damage your reputation. If you're genuinely sorry and trying to change, I think that that's good enough. But then as soon as, he starts talking shit again, making / spreading false pedophilia accusations, etc. Once that began happening, it's like, well, why the fuck wouldn't Dream release it? So, normally I too am against withholding certain information from the public and then releasing it as a nuke out of spite, but I think in this one instance, it's actually justifiable, right? Because obviously, Dream would be charitable, assume, best case scenario, assume, oh, okay, this person has their issues, but, they're changing for the better, but then as soon as they realize, oh, they haven't changed in the slightest, then they release it, because they know, okay, they're not actually sorry for what they did, right? They just don't want me to fucking release it, because they're trying to save face, etc., right? Anyways, let's continue.
You're like so fucking egotistical, you think you can just get away with it? The guy only voiced Gumball for 2 hours? Wait, really? Really? Are you sure about that? I feel like he's known for that. Gumball voice actor. Did he like voice in the like new season or something? Okay, yeah, Logan Grove. That's the main voice actor. I mean, it says he voices Gumball. He served as the 3rd voice actor of Gumball for the Amazing World of Gumball. He replaced Jacob Hopkins, starting with the copycats in season 5. That's what Google is saying. So he started voicing that in 2005 or in the 5th season. How many seasons of Gumball even is there? Is there only 5 seasons? Yeah, there is 5 seasons. So it looks like
yeah, I have no idea. I'm not too familiar with the Amazing World of Gumball lore.
He took over like at the end, sometime in the end of the show. He was the voice for 2 years. Pretty big ego. Yeah, I would say so. Like, what else is this dude known for? Okay, so he was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was apparently even in The Walking Dead.
Apparently, he was also in Dora the Explorer.
Skull Island. Looks like he is he's predominantly a voice actor. Oh yeah, he starred in Minecraft Monday. That's fun.
Oh hell yeah, that's that. Oh wow, very very impressive.
Funny. Some like Lego Movie, Amazing World of Gumball. So yeah, he's like a Disney and like cartoon voice actor and whatnot. And yeah, dude's like,
and he's a fucking egomaniac. Yeah, it's like he talks a lot of shit for somebody that literally just does the voices for cartoon characters, which, don't get me wrong, is a perfectly fine and respectable thing, but it's like he's acting like he's hot shit when in reality it's not like he's some famous celebrity. It's like, oh, he's like vaguely known, kind of, sort of, and played roles that were of characters that are pretty known, I guess. But it's like he's acting like he's the fucking no, sorry. He's not even acting like he's the president of the United States, because obviously a president is not gonna, even Donald Trump doesn't have this big of an ego, okay? Which says a lot, because he's a fucking narcissist, right? No, he's acting like he's the fucking poobah of the United States, okay? He's like he's the fucking dictator of the United States. That's what he's acting like, okay?
Going off on Dream and shit. So these are the messages that he sent to Dream after that whole incident. Hey man, hope you had a good—
Oh yeah, we already read through these out loud, so we don't need to hear them again. Anyways, so we can skip past that.
Have a good night. Hope your tour blows the socks off the next middle school assembly you hit. Oh, by the way, not a baby. And falling out with my mom. I meant a little fight, not a child, bruh. Lamo. I read that back and went, I'm no daddy yet, sucka. This dude just comes off as like completely unhinged, completely fucking crazy. This is actually the first drama that Dream actually looks really good. And everyone—
yeah, he looks really good because the other person is really fucking bad.
I was on the guy's side for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand is the fact that everybody is fucking siding with this complete loser, right? This guy that's completely detached from reality.
This dude's fucking crazy. Like, honestly, Dream comes off as a good dude. So like he was there like apologizing for like bringing up these allegations. Oh, you know, I don't know if they're true. They're like genuinely a good person. And then all of a sudden he's just like randomly going off on the Dream parody account and like calling Dream a pedophile and shit, saying, oh, you called my friend a whore or something. Like, dude is—
yeah, literally complaining about like the biggest non-issue of all time too. It's like, oh yeah, let me morally grandstand because somebody jokingly called somebody else a whore in text messages, in a context that was clearly a joke, and even out of context is obviously a joke, and also even if it wasn't, it would still not be that big of a deal, because literally who fucking cares? It's one word. Like, Jesus Christ, like, oh my god. But oh, you know, calling like imagine if Dream had called somebody the F slur and then his excuses, yeah, well, I'm drunk and autistic, LOL. Like imagine if that happened with Dream. How do you think his fan base would respond? He would get fucking shit on. And rightfully so, because at that point it's like, oh, okay, you're coming up with like a bullshit excuse. Now, I think that it's fine to call people slurs in certain circumstances. I think that slurs are not as offensive as people make them out to be. People choose to get offended by them more than they need to. But at the end of the day, it's like nobody is holding these two people to the same standard, right? If Dream did a fraction of the shit that this person did, he would be fucking brutalized on Twitter, okay? People would be crucifying him, all right?
Like,
oh no, I agree that slurs are awesome. They're great and all. I love slurs. But you have to keep in mind that when it comes to Dream's audience, a lot of them are hypersensitive to that to that kind of shit, and even the people that are like canceling him, especially, are also hypersensitive to that kind of shit. And if Dream were to do it, they'd be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe Dream did that. He's this evil, racist, homophobic, bigot, transphobic piece of shit, grooming." But it's like, oh, if somebody else does it, it's like, oh, but they're shitting on Dream, so it's actually fine and not that big of a deal, and it was only because they're drunk, and they'll make excuses.
Terminally online, he's like, you attacked a neurodivergent minor or something. Like, dude, you fucking assaulted a guy. You were berating a fucking Uber driver, and you were saying all kinds of fucked up shit. You were saying that.
Could you imagine if, like, I did some really fucked up shit, and then my excuse is, I'm autistic, lol. I'm autistic. So it makes it, it's like, that's not my fault that I killed 10 people. Because I have autism, guys, so it's okay to commit crimes and assault people as long as you have like a mental disability to back it up. It's like, no, if that's what you're doing and it's caused by some sort of mental disability or influenced by it, what that means is you need fucking help. That doesn't mean that it's okay. That doesn't mean that you get to do that, okay? That doesn't mean you can't be criticized for it. What it means is you need fucking serious mental help, and if you're not gonna go get that, then you can't use that as your excuse if you're not gonna try and get help for it.
The guy has like Down syndrome, he's retarded, and like I think he even said he's Jewish or something. Like come on.
Yeah, he was literally JQing. But people are willing to defend this, even though he's literally woke scolding. So it's like, okay, on one hand, he's woke scolding and being like, how dare you jokingly call somebody a whore, while he's literally, in this video clip, clearly and unambiguously JQing, asking this person if he's Jewish, as if it fucking matters, as if that's some sort, as if being Jewish is somehow a bad thing, calling him the F slur, insulting him for no fucking reason. But apparently Dream is the bad guy here. Look, I don't like Dream. I think he's a fucking loser. I think his videos are dog shit. I think that his personality is fake as fuck. I don't like anything about him, really. But holy shit, it's very difficult for me not to defend him when this is the fucking criticism that people are levying against him. Like, this is embarrassing.
Come on, you can't possibly compare like what you did to Dream, because you're like far fucking worse. What you did is far fucking worse than anything Dream did. So, I mean, hopefully people switch up on this guy at this point, because this shit's really fucked up. I wonder if he's responded. Oh shit. Okay, so Dream did post this. Nicholas Cantu, voice actor for Gumball, Dora, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Skull and more, being homophobic, anti-Semitic, ableist, and threatened to kill me. Everyone.
Yeah, and what we saw in that video is like, yeah, he's genuinely doing that. It's like, normally when somebody, especially in that sphere, you know, throws terms like that around, it's like, okay, are they being like homophobic, or is it like, okay, they're just being like homophobic in like big air quotes, where it's like, oh, they made a joke about gay people, like who fucking cares, right? Or oh, they made a joke that was like vaguely anti-Semitic, but it was clearly a joke and it was clearly satire, right? Or oh no, somebody said the R slur one time, right? There's a difference between that and like genuinely being homophobic, anti-Semitic, ableist, etc., right? And he's genuinely those things, at least in that video. I don't know what his ideological predispositions are, but based on this, they can't be anything good. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, no, I do agree, Hoopty Scoopty. These are the same excuses that Lilith will make.
So yeah, Dream did post this. Also completely lied about tipping the guy. I tipped him $1,000 though, because I felt terrible. I mean, again, like Dream seems like a nice fucking dude, honestly. Yes, I slapboxed you in front of the host.
I don't think that Dream seems like a nice dude, but in comparison to this guy, yeah, absolutely, he seems like a nice dude.
Yes, I was an asshole to the Uber driver. I was wasted and wasn't cool, which is why I tipped him a lot of money and have been cutting back on drinking. This is a guy from the Uber. This is my normal number. I applied on there, though. Hey, what's up? Yeah, man, it was a crazy night, but no, he never sent anything. Though I will save your money, though. I will save your number, though. How's everything been for you? The world needs more people like you and your friends. You guys were...
I mean, considering the fact that Dream has, in the past, hired a fucking astrophysicist to prove that he wasn't cheating when he knew he was cheating. I don't know if I buy this or not. Like, you could literally just have a text conversation with yourself, really, or your friend, and then just set the name as Uber driver to push whatever fucking narrative you want, right? So I'm not holding a different standard of evidence for Dream either. Even though I think that the voice actor for Amazing World of Gumball is definitely the kind of person to do this based on what we've seen. And while I do think that he's a piece of shit, I'm not just gonna assume that anything that Dream says is correct, right? I'm going to hold him to that same standard, right? And this is why a lot of people like me and a lot of other people hate me, right? Is because I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to hold everybody to the same standard, right? Just because I think this guy's a piece of shit doesn't mean that I'm just gonna, assume that everything bad about him is true, right? If I was gonna do that, I would assume all the grooming stuff about Dream is true because I dislike him, right? But that doesn't automatically make it the case, right? But the same standard applies here, right? I just want to make that clear.
So calm that night and made everything easier. I really appreciate that. I'm glad that was the impression. Do you have a PayPal? I don't have Cash App or Venmo. If you don't, that's okay.
Like, this is really easy to fake, and considering the fact that Dream has a track record of faking shit, I don't buy it. I'm not saying that he's lying. That's not like an accusation against Dream. It's just something that I can sort of see, okay, maybe this happened, but right now I sort of have to disregard it. And keep it at the back of my mind, maybe, if there's more evidence that comes out that this is the case, because, again, this isn't enough evidence in my opinion, but yeah.
I could find out how to send through one of those. We'll just take a bit. So yeah, I mean, Dream...
But yeah, just like how the moaning thing could have been faked, this also could have been faked, right? Now, apparently, the moaning was Dream, from what I understand, but he sent it to an adult, so, again, shit like this is easy to lie about, and, again... I hold Dream to the same standard as everybody else, even if he's the one that's primarily being lied about, even if he's talking about the person that's lying about him, right? I'm not going to hold a false accuser to a different standard. I don't think that makes any logical sense, right? That sort of defeats the whole purpose of having a consistent standard regardless of whether or not I like somebody.
Like, he seems like a nice fucking dude, honestly. Further context, this is after he physically assaulted me once, and before he tried again after the Uber ride. He dropped his phone out the Uber window, and the Uber driver was telling him not to argue with the cops that stopped him from going across the highway at 4 a.m. So much more than this happened. Only 1/50th of that night was recorded, and there's other witnesses that want to stay anonymous, so they're edited out of the video. Okay, so that's why there was like a weird cut in the middle of the video. Like, I was wondering, like, did Dream say something or something that he cut out? But it looks like there was other people talking or whatever that he wanted to cut out. So that makes sense. That makes sense on that point. So has this guy responded? Oh fuck! Wait. No. Wait. Is that why Dream? Wait. Is that what happened? Wait, is that what happened? Is this because of Gumball? Bro, I did like a backflip on my sleep or something, and I woke up thinking I had to go to the.
Okay, so this is. I would assume that if is it Dream that was posting this? Because it does say Dream. I mean, that's going to be the display name, right? That's not the username, so it could just be the same as the, it could be two different accounts, but, at the end of the day, I assume that this is Dream's Snapchat account, and this might be the aftermath of the whole Gumball assaulting him type of thing.
Hospital. I don't know if that's where that's from, but that would be crazy.
I have no idea
if that's true. Has this guy, like, has he responded to the video? Nah, he's gone quiet.
I don't think that those injuries are from Gumball, but I could be wrong.
Quiet. That's how you know the dude knows he's in the wrong. Dude, like, legitimately fucked up. He legitimately fucked up. I'm taking that like away. Asshole. You don't deserve my likes. So yeah, people are siding with this guy. Like, 84,000 likes. That's how people, like, that's how much people hate Dream. They will take...
Yeah, it's like they're willing to take bullshit, fucking, like, clearly manufactured evidence that's, like, not based in reality, and use it against somebody they dislike on the sole basis of they don't like it, right? Again, I don't understand why it's so difficult to just have a consistent standard of evidence regardless of whether or not you like the person, Why do I feel like I'm one of the only people that actually does this? You know, not to, get on my high horse or toot my own fucking horn here, but it's like, is this, like, not normal? Is it not normal to hold people to the same fucking standard and have some sort of consistent standard of evidence? Why am I in the minority here? Why is that not the norm? It should be the norm. That should be the default fucking state of being, is having a high standard of evidence. Like, what the fuck?
Literally anyone's side against Dream, even though.
Not gonna lie, you actually are tooting your own horn on your high horse. Okay, to be fair, I feel like I have a good-ass fucking reason to, okay? I have a good reason to. I'm just gonna go off topic. I feel happy when I get to talk to my YouTube crush. Femyoz is my YouTube crush. I never had a crush on someone before this. Well, damn. Guess there's a first time for everything, right?
Like, Dream is clearly in the right in this situation. So hopefully this is able to, like, blow up and show people the truth. That is the Dream versus Gumball drama. We're making edits of this guy. Twitter moment. Of course Twitter would side with the piece of shit. Oh my.
Yeah, of course they would. Of course they would. So, yeah, anyways, if you thought this was a good video, if you thought it was informative, if you liked the editing, whatever it may be, or you enjoyed this segment, I highly recommend you go check out Jalyn's channel. Her channel is JalynLive. That's spelled JalynLive on YouTube, and it's going to be their most recent video as of right now, called Dream Did Nothing Wrong, parentheses, Dream vs. Gumball. And, yeah, so I highly recommend you check out her shit. She's extremely underrated. I'm also going to have a link in the description below when I'm done with the VOD. And, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that epic segment. Very epic segment. Smash like if you agree. Anyways, man, what an interesting way of going about this. Like, god damn. But yeah, chat, I hope you're all doing well. Oh shit. Oops, I hope I didn't show anything. Okay, yeah, no, none of that content is anything that it's like, oh no, I can't leak that. No, this is all. Sorry, it was showing in anyways, sorry. Let me go to the analytics for this. How did it do? Reach 9.7%. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking at like some statistics. Anyways. God damn. Hi-woo, can I show you my thighs in DMs? Go for it. Love me some good old thigh pics. You know what I mean? Always could use more. But yeah, anyways. Anyways. Holy shit, the Dream stuff is fucking wild to me. Smash like if the Dream stuff is wild. Fuck me. I'm like, I don't know if I want to talk about this much more, because it's like people are really, I don't know, people are weird about this. Apparently Vaush made a video called The Dream Allegations. Femyoz, do you like seafood? Actually, I do not, surprisingly. I'm a fucking picky-ass eater. So, apparently, Vaush uploaded a video about 5 days ago called The Dream Allegations. And I mean, it's a little under 30 minutes long, so I guess we should just get started so that we're not here all day. Anyways, let's get started, shall we?
Leaked videos and images. Dream singing and moaning for a 16 to 17-year-old fan. This man belongs in something much worse than hell. He's afraid. Is any of this real? I don't know if any of this is real.
It's... So, obviously, the moaning is real, but him sending it to a minor is not, from what I understand.
The anti-Dream hysteria is so pronounced right now that it's actually impossible to know whether or not anything is made up. I was going to talk about the other thing with the Gumball guy.
I think that it's honestly better to assume it's fake until there's, like, more evidence at this point. Because at the end of the day, it's like, it's a fucking problem. How much people will just make shit up if it gives them the smallest ounce of internet clout. Like,
but now there's this thing. Should I know who Dream is? He's like a really popular Minecraft YouTuber who...
It's ironic because Vaush is a sexual predator. Source? Do you have any, like, evidence of that? Or is this just like, oh, you just, like, heard somebody else say something bad about Vaush and then you went along with it? How can you talk about Dream's allegations when you haven't even beaten your own bottom allegations? I am not a bottom. Shut up. I'm not a bottom. You're a bottom. Fuck you. I have beaten the bottom allegations, kind of. Hey, I gotta go, but you say stay safe, beautiful Callie. Sweet dreams. Gives Callie a good night hug. Good night, nifty Narfi. I hope you enjoy your good sleep tonight. I assume you're gonna get good sleep. I hope.
Who then kind of pivoted into being this weird, like, multimedia wannabe boy heartthrob creepo. Isn't he a groomer? I don't even know what's real about him, man. This is the problem with, like, internet hate mobs, which this definitely is. I don't actually know what's real because people just say any old shit.
Yeah, literally, and this is what I've been saying, is people will just say fucking anything, and then people will go along with it if it's somebody that they already don't like. And this can be used against fucking anybody. It could be used against a good person, a bad person, somebody that's both good and bad in different ways, whatever. It doesn't matter. People will just go along with it if they already dislike somebody.
I can't even see the Gumball thing anymore.
The way he treated Poppy and anyone that disagrees with him, you mean like when he was, like, doing ironic misogyny? Like, I'm sorry, but this is, like, fucking nothing. Like, oh no, he did an ironic misogyny. Oh no, who fucking cares? It's like, well, what's next? Are you gonna complain about, like, him, like, making a joke at the expense of J.K. Rowling that was, like, vaguely misogynistic? Dream is a useful distraction from the fact that Femyoz is a bottom. I am not a That's not true.
Love drama.
What was the first thing he told you?
So, okay, we need to run through a few things. So, okay.
We already know about this.
Was hanging out with the voice actor for Gumball, from Gumball. The voice actor, you know. And I guess the VA for Gumball called him a pedophile on the...
Yeah. All right, we can skip this part because we already sort of saw the video.
Yeah, I slapboxed you in front of the hose. Yes, I was an asshole to that Uber driver. Yes, I called you fat and a predator. He's spot on about basically everything except the racial shit and me saying the N-word. Don't do that shit. Won't say that shit ever. Hire a Harvard professor to calculate why, despite texting every Twitch streamer in Austin, not a single one wanted to fuck you. That's impressive. I've noticed that Vaush insists saying the R slur is an ableist, but is completely fine and doesn't question when it's used alongside Down syndrome as an insult. What do you mean? I don't call people Down syndrome. He did.
Yeah. I think that there's a massive distinction to be made between just calling somebody the R slur, which usually actually isn't ableism, versus calling someone the R slur and saying that they have Down syndrome. I don't know. I feel like there's like a line there that's being walked on, if nothing else, and it's a completely different thing.
It's not my fault. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like you can't even...
Pushing to send dick pics to someone who was clearly not wanting to go, okay, is this like the one situation where, like, from like multiple years ago, like many years ago, when he, like, was about to get ostracized from the Destiny community, but then, like, he ended up, like, whatever, not, I don't know, Destiny ended up defending him or some shit, and then Vaush wasn't ostracized from the community and just stopped doing it because then he realized it was cringe, and then he owned up to it and was like, yeah, that's is that the situation you're talking about? Because basically everything else is, like, nothing. Like, people will bring up out of context clips of Vaush and whatnot and be like, oh, Vaush supports CP. Oh, Vaush is a fucking predatory bad actor. And it's like, but then if you actually look at the context of the clips, it's like, oh, no, this is just you blatantly and unambiguously misconstruing something that he said in the past. He changed his name from Irish Laddie to get away from it. He doesn't hide the fact that he was Irish Laddie. Or what are you fucking talking about? He's even made a video where he addresses everything he's fucking been canceled for. It's a public video on his channel. So no. It's not. He said there is no argument as to why CP should be. No, what he said was that based on a framework that other people use, okay? A framework that other people use and have accepted, you cannot make an argument for why CP should be illegal without destroying that framework. That was the point he was making, is there is a certain moral framework that in ethical discussions that people will accept, except when it comes to CP. That was the point he was making. He was not saying that CP should be legal. Maybe Vaush will expose Femyoz for being a bottom. Well, that's the one bad thing about Vaush, is he commits bottom slander, and it's not very nice of him, okay? That's like the one negative thing, okay? But other than that, he just takes W after W.
Reasonably compile any of the information on the drama, because it's just like people.
But this is what I mean, is that I'm aware of the context. Oh, so that makes it even worse then, because you're aware of the context and you decide to leave it out anyways and try to insinuate something that isn't really the case. IDK, it's a trend. People like this are disgusting. Because there was one situation that happened like 7 years ago of him being a fucking weirdo degen and then not being a weirdo degen anymore. Okay, or oh no, he said something in the context of making an argument about consistency and said by other people's framework that he does not accept, there's no argument against why, there's no, he said that according to other people's framework that he disagrees with, using their framework, he can't make an argument for why CP should be illegal, right? Now, using his framework, you can make an argument for why it's illegal, using his consequentialist framework, but the point he was making is that using framework that other people accept, that no argument against CP can be made. That was the point he was making. Now, whether or not it's a good point is completely up for debate. I don't care if it's a good point or not, okay? The fact of the matter is, regardless of whether it was a good or bad analogy from him, or a good or a bad argument, that was clearly meant to be provocative, by the way, I think it is completely unfair to paint it as if he's somehow pro-CP, or somehow predatory, or like a disgusting person, because he took somebody else's framework to its logical conclusion to explain why it's bad. I don't understand how this is an argument against him if he's making an argument against that framework by saying that it would be used to argue in favor of legalizing CP. Here's the thing, right? Is I'm willing, and here's part of why I'm willing to defend people like Dream against bullshit accusations, despite disliking Dream. It's because there are instances like this where it's like, oh, people make bullshit accusations against somebody that I do like. I like Vaush. I think he's cool. I think that his content is good, right? I think that he does good for the platform of YouTube and for politics, right? I think he's a force for good. And when people say shit about him that isn't true to make him look bad, I think it's important to be intellectually honest and say, oh, wait, your standard of evidence is fucking bullshit. You don't actually have any real evidence against him. You just have your feelings and a few things you heard other people say about him when you haven't even watched a single stream of his. You haven't watched his response. You haven't even gone out of your way to hear what he has to say about it, which I have because I looked for his response and it's pretty fucking easy to find. But you're just gonna say, oh, he's just extremely bad faith at everything he does. He's extremely bad faith. He's the one that's bad faith, when in reality, you're the one that's levying these baseless accusations against him without any actual evidence, but he's bad faith? Like, this is insane. You are the exact person that I am criticizing, right? Because, when it came to the Dream stuff, people were siding with this fucking loser, this guy that was the voice actor for Gumball in the Amazing World of Gumball, who is a fucking narcissistic piece of shit with the flimsiest fucking evidence imaginable of Dream being a PDF file, and then people are siding with him because they dislike Dream, right? This is what you're doing, but with Vaush. He's not a good person. Hold on. The argument is not about whether or not Vaush is a good person. I don't know Vaush personally. I don't know if he's a good or a bad person behind the scenes. And frankly, I don't care that much because I'm not so fucking parasocial that I need to know for certain that, oh yeah, he's a great person behind the scenes. All I know is that he makes good content and he does good political advocacy and he's funny. And frankly, if there's evidence, like actual legitimate evidence that comes out against him and proves that he's some evil predatory piece of shit, then guess what? I'll probably stop watching him. I won't support him. But until you have actual evidence, I'm not going to stop supporting Vaush, okay? Yeah, when people have a history of being creepy. Oh, he was creepy one time, therefore you're gonna paint it as, oh yeah, this is like a recurring thing, even though it was like a one-off thing. And being sexist, wait, you are literally woke scolding right now. You are the exact person that you would make fun of. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, here you are sitting, you know, morally grandstanding over nothing. And being like, oh, he's this evil person. He's sexist to everybody that's morally he's sexist to everybody that he disagrees with, which is just you morally grandstanding. It's like, I don't think you give a shit, okay? Based on my interactions with you, I don't think you actually give a shit about, oh no, somebody made a misogynistic comment. Who fucking cares? It's clear it isn't ironic. So you're just gonna be uncharitable then? Oh, it isn't ironic because I don't like him is really. Vaush is just a weirdo to me. It's not that deep. Yeah, you can find somebody weird. Like, that's perfectly valid. Like, you can not like Vaush. That's fine. But don't go around saying that he's a bad person and that he's this disgusting predator when you don't have any actual evidence. I mean, nobody is gonna die. I'm just saying I don't think it's ironic. Again, you just being uncharitable. You saying it's not ironic because reasons. When in reality, all he's done is made, what, a few sexist jokes? Who fucking cares? And here you are saying that it's not jokes without any actual evidence that he's not joking, being the joke police. Like, you are acting like the people that are overly sensitive on the left that I make fun of and that you make fun of. That's what you're acting like right now. He says insane shit about people 24/7. It wouldn't surprise me. Okay, what insane shit does he say? What does he say that's so insane? Because usually when he says something hyperbolic, he's not actually like he's joking or he's being hyperbolic. Debate rise. This is fucking cancer. I don't want to have a debate over whether or not a specific YouTuber is good or bad. I'm saying I believe he isn't joking. Yeah, okay. And I believe that I believe that you hate black people with no evidence. Okay? He literally said it's okay to wish deaths be sexist / racist or homophobic against anyone that doesn't agree with his political views. That's a cancer mindset to have. I don't think that he said that explicitly. I think that he meant, I think what you're referring to is it's okay to make these sorts of jokes against, like, people that are far right because they made their own bed, so they should sleep in it. I think that would be the point that he was making, right? So if, for instance, there's like a far right Nazi trans girl, then it's perfectly fine to... This was like 2 years ago. Okay, so if it's 2 years ago, then you're just cherry-picking old shit that he said ages ago. As what? A hyperbolic statement. I don't know. This just seems like nothing. Bar for bar, Hassan spoke about it. So your evidence against Vaush is a fucking Hassan stream. Hassan is actually insufferable. I can't stand Hassan. when he labels anyone far right, he doesn't label anybody far right. He labels people that are far right as far right. But if there's like a centrist, he'll say, yeah, they're a cringe enlightened centrist. He literally he said what? That it's okay to like not do this like weird like civility politics bullshit. Like, oh, you don't like it, because that's most likely the point that he was making as somebody that's like watched his content. It's like, yeah, you can say offensive shit against people that have really disgusting political beliefs. He tried arguing Count Dankula is a white... Well, I don't know shit about Count Dankula. He might be, he might not be a white supremacist. I have no idea. And frankly, I don't care. Like, this is nothing. Literally fucking nothing. Yeah, this is brain rot. I do agree with that. Potentially for different reasons, but like, holy shit. It's like, goddamn, people are really don't like Vaush. Jesus Christ. But he doesn't just say that to far-right people? Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. You should do a fit check. Hassan isn't worth defending. True. Hassan is a fucking loser. But yeah, this is my outfit today. Felt cute, I guess. Pretty basic white girl shit, but oh well. What can I say? I'm a basic-ass white girl, so oh well. I mean, he claimed the Authentic Observer wanted to be raped. Oh no, he made a fucking joke. Like, I don't know. Like, you have to keep in mind that he also has like a really dry sense of humor. So he'll say something as a joke, but it'll sound serious when he's saying it. But like, if you actually watch his shit, you'll know when he's joking. Fit W? Hell yeah. Vaush and Hassan in the same bucket to me? They're completely different. They're not even close. Loving the black fit? Hell yeah. It's cute, but I wish it was more slutty. Damn. Some motherfucker's screaming. Real. Okay, what misinformation does Vaush spread? Let's check in on Kick Chat. Kick Chat kind of dead. Are you on IG? Yeah, but I don't really post. Ever. I mean, he has a monotone voice, so it's extremely hard to gauge whether he's joking if you're correct. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, if you've only seen clips of him, it's, like, gonna be hard to tell if you don't have the context. But usually the context in which he's saying something, in of itself will give it away, right? So if he's saying something absurd, he's probably joking. If he's not saying something absurd, he's probably being serious, right? It's really gonna depend on what he's saying and why he's saying it. Based fit, by the way, hell yeah. But yeah, no, like, that's the thing about him. Is, like, I get that he might be hard to read if you don't know anything about him, but I've seen the context surrounding these things. Have you now? The context is him doubling down on it, not him saying it's a joke. What did he double down on that was so bad? Racist/sexist jokes are based. I agree. But that's literally what Vaush does. Is he'll make jokes, really. But I guess people can't tell when he's joking. It's usually pretty obvious to me because it's going to be based on whether or not it aligns with what he actually believes, right? Like, he doesn't believe that women are inferior to men, right? So if he says that, even if it's in a monotone voice, you know he's joking because you know, based on his other content, that he doesn't actually believe that, you know, women belong in the kitchen, right? I think you're extremely biased. I mean, obviously I'm going to be biased to an extent, but wouldn't I be biased against Dream? Yet at the same time, I ended up defending him. Why? Because he was actually in the right for once. Rare Dream W, right? So it's not going to be a matter of whether or not I have bias, right? So if Vaush does something, like, fucked up, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, if there's, like, evidence of this, then, yeah, I'll say that was fucked up, he shouldn't have done that, right? I'm not going to say that Vaush is perfect, that he can do no wrong, but at the same time, it's like you need actual evidence to substantiate your claims. If I say Femyoz is a racist as a joke, and spend the next 10 minutes trying to justify why you're racist is that, well, that's not what I'm talking about. He doesn't say something sexist and then spend 10 minutes trying to explain rationally why the sexist statement is correct. Right? Whenever Vaush claims he's gonna be charitable, I will say that, yeah, sure, Vaush could be more charitable. Like, that's a legitimate criticism you could make. Like, I don't even disagree with that necessarily. Like, is he uncharitable sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. These people are insanely good at 12G chess? No, obviously they're not. But did he not call someone a white supremacist? Okay. I don't know if the person he called a white supremacist was a white supremacist. If the person he called a white supremacist wasn't a white supremacist, then yeah, that's bad. I mean, I don't know. I would have to watch their debate. I don't know. I mean, if somebody says they're not a white supremacist, that doesn't automatically mean that they're not, right? So if they say they're not a white supremacist, but then they advocate for white supremacist beliefs and advocate for things that are white supremacy adjacent. IDK debate bros make me want to KMS. People like Bunk make me want to die. What the fuck did Bunk do to you? Dude, Bunk is based. When Count Dankula got his pug to do the Nazi salute as a joke, Vaush tried to argue he's a white supremacist. Okay, well, if that's the case, then yeah, Vaush is in the wrong for that. Because that's, yeah, it's a dog shit criticism. It'd be like trying to say that PewDiePie is a Nazi. I would assume that Vaush would have said that. If he said that, I would assume it's based on his actual positions, right? I don't think that he labels people as anything based on jokes they make, right? Because he also makes a lot of jokes, where it's, if he were to be labeled based on the jokes that he makes, then he would be sexist and whatever, or whatever the fuck, right? But he's not sexist, because he doesn't actually believe that shit. He isn't a Nazi? Okay. What is this mental gymnastics? Well, I don't know anything about Count Dankula. So, it's like, you're expecting me to know all this information, like, but then also you're not gonna, like, provide me, like, evidence. It's like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't even disbelieve you necessarily, but go watch Geek Love. Also, you're very cute, by the way. Why, thank you. I appreciate that. But, like, goddamn. Alright, anyways, we got really sidetracked. Let's continue.
People screaming on the timeline. I don't understand what the deal is with Dream. I feel like Dream is like one of the biggest cases of like like it's such a concentrated force of like internet.
Uh-oh. What's happening? Load?
Internet stardom rising.
Oh, there we go. Literally just search it. Okay, and after this, how tall are you? I am 5'6". What about you?
And then very rapidly falling, where, you know, there was only so much controversy to all the Minecraft stuff, and Dream got insanely popular so quickly. But there was pressure for him to show his face, because he didn't show face cam in any of his videos, but he was fat, like really fat. So he spent like 3 years working out to get really skinny, and then he revealed...
Damn. Why we meet again, Sir Femyoz? I must say your hair looks dazzling today. Why, thank you, Hawthorne the Historian. And I hope you're doing well today, on this fine Sunday evening. Anyways, where were we? Oh, right. Yeah, the fact that Dream was, like, apparently fat and spent all that time working out just to face reveal, that's insane to me. Damn. I mean, I respect the dedication, but, like, I don't know.
Revealed his face, but he did it in like a cringy way, so everyone made fun of him for it. Like, massive, like, they just absolutely roasted the fuck out of him for it. And then I guess he just has like a complex.
I mean, I wouldn't say that Dream is like ugly or anything. Like, he's not ugly, but he's not like super attractive either. Like, he just looks like a normal dude. You know what I mean? He just looks like a guy. I don't know. It's like, I am, thank you for asking. Hell yeah. That's both depressing and amazing, yeah. Femyoz is too beautiful to not be a bottom. Damn. He got doxxed and found out he was fat. It was shitty. Oh, shit. Bro got bullied into losing weight. Damn. I mean, I'm glad that he lost weight. I mean, good for him, I guess. Not glad that he got doxxed. That's fucked up.
Now, and he's trying to overcome
I feel like he's not mature enough for his audience, but his audience is younger than him. He should be mature enough for his audience because I don't know. His parents got doxxed and they somehow found a pic of him being fat through it all. Damn. He's fun to troll and fuck with, I guess. I almost thought we were watching Markiplier. The voice is too similar. Yeah. He's got that deep-ass voice.
Would say by being really sort of performatively cringy. I don't know. I think it's easy to hate. People needed a reason this looks like it. Well, he is also, like, kind of a groomer, right? Like, there has been...
No, Vaush. No, you don't have any evidence. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're just saying that. You need evidence before you say something like that. Vaush. Rare Vaush L.
Some sussy stuff. I don't know how much of it, but there's been so much of it. It honestly feels like every other YouTuber that...
So much of what?
Was popular in 2011 is now exposed as a criminal of some sort. I keep telling you guys, it is the same pattern every single time. This happened massively in the Smash community, but it's going to happen everywhere. It's already happened everywhere. The reason this keeps happening is because you have loser nobodies who have no social skills getting very popular off of some niche internet thing like playing...
Okay, this is true. This is absolutely true. And this is why that when it comes to Dream interacting with people, he's really fucking cringe. It's like embarrassing. And it's because he didn't ever attempt to, you know, interact with people in that sort of fashion before he had any fame. Like, he was just sort of isolated, right? So he never really got that opportunity because he never gave it to himself, or he never really had that much social interaction regardless of how much he tried, right? That's the thing, right? And I sort of relate to that to an extent, right? It's like I, you know, didn't have the best social life growing up, right? So there's things that I just don't know. A part of it is like an autism thing where it's like, oh, you know, there's like things that is like there's some stuff that's like really obvious to everybody except for me. It's like, wait, doing this is like bad manners type of thing. And it's like, yeah, obviously. Are you stupid? And it's like, well, yeah, I'm literally fucking autistic. So it's like, there's some stuff where it's like, I genuinely just don't know if it's like bad. I hate when people tweet misinfo about Dream, he responds, and people hyperfixate on Dream's audience response to it, instead of someone initially trying to spread misinfo to smear his image. Yeah, true. I don't know. It's absolutely true that you want to get impregnated, maybe. Femyoz, the bottom allegations. Yeah, that should be a movie. Femyoz and the bottom allegations. Dun 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 dun. I'm not a bottom, I swear. I was about to say daddy dom, but now the joke has to be that I'm a mommy dom. Now that I'm trans. Because he doesn't tell them to stop. I don't know. Is the internet this sensitive? Dream to me is like a regular human being. Yeah, literally. It's like people hold him to like this weird standard. He's just like a regular dude. I don't know. Like, yeah, he's kind of cringe sometimes. Like, he's like an awkward dude in his early 20s. Like, what do you fucking expect? Like, I don't know. It's like people expect him to, like, care about his optics the same way like a multi-billion-dollar corporation does. You make a good dom, though, that's true.
Minecraft or Smash Bros or whatever else, and all of a sudden they're very, very popular because a lot of people love their content and they don't know
not that I'd know or anything. Yeah, true.
How to deal with that popularity, and they feel this like weird like hollowness and bitterness because they spent all their life up until that point getting basically no attention from women, but now when you're popular you can basically get like any kind of attention you want, you know?
I think that's like another interesting thing about Dream. I think that's why he's like weird and like cringe. But I don't think he's, like, predatory. I don't think he's a groomer. I think that what happens is he's getting all this fucking female attention that he never got growing up, and it just so happens to be the case that most of his audience is kids, so he's getting female attention from, like, 14-year-olds, right? And he doesn't want to, like, stop them because it's like, well, it's better than what he had before, which was no attention, right? It's not that he wants to, like, hook up with these people or that he wants to have intimate relationships with any of these people. It's just that this shit boosts his ego, it makes him feel better about himself, so why would he ever want to stop it? That's how I see Dream. I just think that he's insecure as shit, and that he wants people to compliment him regardless of how old they are, right? And I think that when he does, like, whatever, the thirst trap or whatever, the thirst trapping stuff, that was described. If he's doing that, it's not because he wants to groom people, it's because he's fishing for compliments. That's literally it. He just wants people to like him. He just wants to feel valued and cared about. He wants to feel cute. He wants to feel like people find him attractive. That's all he wants. It's not about anybody else. It's about himself, right? So it's not that he's grooming people. He's just fishing for compliments and shit. That's literally it. With Dream, there's definitely a power imbalance with someone with like 200 subs. There isn't one, IMO. I mean, I know what you mean, but it's like the more subscribers I have, it's like I don't feel much more powerful. Like, I still feel powerless, right? I think that Femyoz wants more male attention, particularly from tops, maybe. Also more female attention. Look, I swing both ways for a reason. Honestly, I think I prefer female attention over male attention on average. Because, like, women that dom are usually, like, I don't know, hotter than men that dom. They have, like, a way of doing it that's, like, so fucking hot. Artists been fucking their fans for decades now. Nothing new. I wouldn't cancel someone for fucking their fan. Yeah, there's, like, literally nothing wrong with, like, fucking your fan. Like, as long as you're doing it in the right way. As long as it's two consenting adults, right? Like, it could be the case that, like, at some point in the future, depending on how large my audience is and how successful I become, like, there's, like, a really good chance that I end up fucking a fan. You know what I mean? Like, it could happen, right? Like, if it's somebody that's, like, an adult, that's, like, the same age as me or older than me, so you admit you're a bottom? Nuh-uh. Like, if it's somebody that's, like, the same age or older than me, it's like, there's my chances gone. Wait, what? Why would your chances be gone? Femyoz wants to get fucked by her fans? Maybe. Like, a more nurturing dom? Yeah. Nurturing, but also, like, kind of mean, and, like, almost like a loving, but also kind of controlling and passive-aggressive kind of way, you know? Autism is bottom-coded. I am ableist. If Becky wanna let the local band... If Becky wanna fuck the local band, then let her fuck it. It is what it is. True. Femyoz is a mean dom. True. I am. I am. I literally am. But yeah. Anyways, let's continue. If autism is bottom-coded, then Vaush is a bottom, actually, if you think about it. Which means I'm a top by comparison, even though we're both autistic. Anyways, let's continue.
If you're interested in getting attention, if you're popular, you can get it. So they have no idea how to respond to it, and they're desperately insecure because they have no, like, background in being flirtatious or social.
Yeah, it's like, and if you're starting to get people flirting with you for the very first time, like, why would you want to put an end to it? It's like, this is like a new thing for Dream, right?
So they do, like, the groomer equivalent of when trans girls who transition at 20, like, relive their teens in terms of, like, style and form.
No, it's not the groomer equivalent, okay? You don't have any evidence of Dream being a groomer. Like, you haven't presented any, right? Even if there is evidence, it's like, you're not presenting it. Come on, Vaush, you gotta do your due diligence, okay? Standard of evidence should be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt and no less, okay? See, that's the thing, is, like, I'm willing to criticize Vaush when there's actually valid criticism against him, or when I disagree with him on something, right? Like, my goal here isn't to fucking suck him off. It's just when people say shit, it's like, you know?
Which is, they're just like, oh, well, I was never popular in high school, but that doesn't mean I can't be popular with the high school girls. They do this every single time, you know? They did.
Femyoz has a gorilla grip pussy. Damn. Having a debate with Femyoz without blushing is impossible, yeah. Debating Femyoz without blushing, challenge, impossible.
Did this at Sky Williams' groomer Epstein Smash Bros. House. You know, Dream does it. A ton of YouTubers have done it. It happens over and over and over again.
There's a trend in Minecraft YouTubers, yeah, but I don't think that it's okay to just assert that somebody is a groomer without having any actual evidence. Like, you need to know for certain. Femyoz hates dudes, but I'll still continue to goon in there. I don't hate dudes. It's just, I don't know. I like a few dudes. You know what I mean? Where's my source? My source is that I made it the fuck up. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what? Like, Vaush, come on, you're better than this. You gotta do your due diligence here. You can't just assert that somebody's a groomer without actually researching this shit, okay? Like, that's the thing, is, like, I'll admit, like, okay, I'm very similar to Vaush in that I'm too fucking lazy to do research before I stream, okay? I felt that, okay? I get it, alright? Well, that doesn't mean that it's, like, here's the difference, though, is I don't assert that I know more than I actually do. I don't definitively claim that Dream is a groomer when I haven't seen any actual evidence.
No, it's not really like a power corrupts thing. It's just like a lot of these guys aren't great to begin with. I'm not saying they're like innocent victims of circumstance or whatever. It's like a lot of them were pretty to begin with. It's just like...
My standard is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Oh, guilty beyond any doubt. That doesn't ruin the fun of frivolously accusing people of random shit. Yeah, literally. Femyoz likes tops. True. I mean, what? No, well, yeah, it's because I like myself. Yeah.
Consistently, man. You see this with conservatives, priests, gamers, YouTubers. It's really prevalent in society. Yeah, it's yeah. I think it's...
Okay, but like, but again, asserting that this is the case with Dream without any actual evidence is harmful.
It's like it's a consequence of like asymmetrical social development, I feel. How can...
Like, this is gonna age really poorly, Vaush. Okay, I hope you're watching this. You're probably not. Okay, you probably don't give a fuck about me. Okay, but let me tell you. Okay, in case you do give a fuck about me, I mean, I am probably your type. Okay, I'm like autistic trans femme motherfucker that's like 5'6", okay? So I'm definitely your type, okay? I'm just saying, okay? You know, just starting HRT, okay? I'm just saying. Anyways, so that means that you should listen to everything I have to say, okay? This is gonna age really poorly, I'm telling you, okay? Straight up. Like, once it turns out, like, oh, there's, like, not any actual evidence against Dream, and this is all just a bunch of horse shit that people have made up, okay, because there's not any actual, like, legitimate evidence, this is gonna age fucking terribly, and I get it, you know, you post, like, every day, but come on, dude. Femyoz has panties that say yes, daddy on the butt. I do not. Also, Sir Femyoz, do you ever wonder, you would look great in a yellow summer blouse and summer brim hat? Maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. So fucking hot, OMG. Why, thank you. She admitted to being a bottom. Nuh-uh. I would never admit to that. Alright, let's continue. But yeah, no, Vaush, if you're watching this, please don't just assert somebody's a groomer when you haven't seen definitive proof of it. Again, your standard of evidence needs to be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, right? I mean, it's literally the same shit that people, like, again, it's like a one-to-one comparison between Dream and, like, you, right? Like, people have accused you, Mr. Vaush, of being predatory because they heard somebody else say something and then showed an out-of-context clip, and maybe there was some, like, weird shit that you did in the past that was, like, not very cool, that you don't really do anymore, that gets taken out of context and is used to dishonestly paint you in a negative light, and then people just, like, you know, label you shit, right? It's literally the same shit, that, like, you're doing the thing that people do to you. Like, you of all people should know why that's not an acceptable thing to do, even if it's somebody you dislike.
You're not a groomer? Because I was socially successful before having a YouTube channel. Even as, like, a fat, neckbeard man bun. It turns out all girls need is,
Damn, imagine having a more entertaining stream of Jacqueline, what?
Direct eye contact, the knowledge that you have,
You made me think about HRT. Interesting. I mean, it's always worth considering if you have gender dysphoria. These idiotic rumors are just high school level bullying. Yeah, literally. It's literally, like, nothing. There's no evidence against Dream. It's like, do I like Dream? No. Do I think he's a fucking loser? Yeah. Do I think he's weird? Yeah. Do I think that, he, is fake as fuck? Yeah. I think all of that shit. But that doesn't mean that it's, you know, oh, I'm just gonna automatically assume everything bad about him must be true, right? We reserve that for the worst of the worst, like Steven Crowder and Matt Walsh, in which case it's like, okay, maybe it is genuinely a good idea to assume worst case scenario for them because they're fucking psychotic, but I don't know.
Strong grip strength, and you have to, like, autistically shout.
Femyoz doesn't cater to the pay pigs in her audience enough. Damn, you might have a point.
About what kinds of Lego builds you like at them, and that's usually enough. It's all it takes. Very simple. Do you think being a content creator necessitates a level of narcissism? No, I don't think so. I think that you need to be confident or you're going to crash and burn, but confidence is a good thing. I think that being a content creator necessitates maybe, like, a degree of self-absorption. You have to have a pretty high opinion of the value of what it is you're bringing to the table, because otherwise...
I mean, kind of... it does definitely make it a lot easier, but there's plenty of people that have very low self-esteem that are great content creators, right? And you wouldn't know that they have low self-esteem unless they tell you, right? Take me, for example. I've had issues with self-esteem. I've been extremely insecure in the past, right? But that's the thing, is like I come across as confident. I come across as somebody that you know, believes in myself, somebody that is super, you know, like, and sure, maybe I play into it. Maybe I'm a little bit over the top, right? But at the end of the day, like, behind the scenes, I'm not like overly confident. I don't actually think I'm the greatest debate bro of all time, right? It's just I hype myself up because it's fun and it feels good. I know what I'm doing, right? I don't actually think, like, I don't genuinely believe I'm the greatest debate lord of all time, right? It's just a way of, like, hyping myself up in, like, a silly, like, over-the-top kind of way, right? That's really what it is, right? Being a femboy is based, true. I've always liked the idea of being a girl. I mean, if you want to be a girl, then be a girl. No one's stopping you. Like, if you want to be a girl, then you're probably a girl. You know?
Otherwise, like, why even would you? And again, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it can be like an asymmetrical social development. It's also, by the way, very much a guy problem. And I think there are two parts to this. One part of it is that guys just tend to be lonelier. Like, guys who are into video games or nerdy interests tend to be lonelier when they get into them. So then if that leads to them getting some big career where they can leverage it into being social, there's more likely to have been a big schism between their previous...
That's true. The way men are socialized is fucking dog shit, okay? As somebody that was socialized as a man despite not being one, yeah. Like, this, it's like I was given fucking... I was basically given fuck all to work with, right? Which is even more difficult if you're trans and autistic, okay? I was given, like, the worst fucking hand socially. I was given every fucking disadvantage imaginable in a social sense. Like, it's fucking wild. And it's like, oh, you know, you're a man, you'll figure it out. And it's like, that's what I would tell myself. Clearly, it didn't fucking work. Femyoz would probably be tight at half TV. Why is this the conversation we're having? You're confident in the grip strength of your pussy? Maybe. IMO the debate bro stuff is gonna kill your channel. No, the only reason it was gonna kill my channel was because I was doing it too often. If I only do it sometimes and I don't just debate anybody, because, like, that's gonna end up with, like, I'm gonna end up in, like, lolcow territory if I interact with literally anybody. Okay, I've learned that the hard way. I just need to, I don't know, debate more strategically, if that makes sense. And do more debates offline, right? Not every debate has to be a big performance or whatever the fuck. It doesn't have to be something on YouTube, so I can still maintain my ability to debate while also, like, only... Because then it removes the reason for people that are, like, bad actors who don't actually want to debate and just want to say the N-word or whatever to, you know, it's like, okay, if you say the N-word at me, like, what is it going to do if I'm not live, right? You at least have the advantage of being a cute bottom. I'm not a bottom. Yeah, the whole men up, just get on with it is cringe. True. To outsiders, the debate sphere is like Chernobyl. Make it more appealing to newcomers, I guess. No, I agree. I absolutely agree. Oh, you're trans now? Hell yeah, I am. Hell yeah. But yeah, no, I agree that, like, the nerdy debate bro shit could be more appealing to newcomers. We could make it that way. Anyways, let's continue.
Level of sociability and the current level of sociability. That's one. And for two, I just think guys place, like, a really fucking high premium on the concept of being some kind of, like, rock star playboy who gets mad pussy when they're popular, you know? Like, there's like this big obsession, if you're a YouTuber or a live streamer or whatever else, that if you're...
Just make actual content. Well, everything that I do is, for the most part, actual content, right? Like videos. I mean, I do have a video project in the works. But yeah, I'm gonna start heavily editing certain stream segments into, like, condensed little videos. And upload those, like, once a week, hopefully. I mean, I could talk about that more, but, like, I don't think that that's, like, really interesting to hear about. So I don't really talk about what I plan on doing because it's, like, it's the Boogie2988 problem where, if I do that, then it's like, oh, you're just saying it because it sounds good rather than actually doing it. But I'm actually doing it, right? Like, I spent many hours yesterday editing my next video, right? It's about actually taking steps to get there. You know what I mean? Actually holding myself accountable, actually making myself edit for an hour and a half every day, except for when I'm streaming, I guess. I'm not gonna edit an hour and a half today, I don't think, but I might, because, like, I'll probably do some amount of editing, at least 30 minutes, right? I don't know.
You're a guy. It's not just that you're popular. You also have
I'm happy for you, Sir Femyoz. Why, thank you.
to be like, you know, you have to seek affirmation from others or even like their imagined perceptions of you by thinking of yourself as the kind of person who either is or could be getting a mad amount of pussy. And usually the problem is, no matter how popular you are, getting a mad amount of pussy is actually pretty difficult, like doing it right.
I agree, but again, you asserted that Dream was a groomer without any actual evidence, Mr. Vaush, okay? I'm not gonna let this slide, alright? I'm not gonna let this... Look, I don't like Dream, and I do like Vaush, but I mean, come on, you're better than this.
Right, you know what I mean? Like, it's very easy to just, like, respond to every email. Like, if I wanted to get mad pussy or whatever, with no concerns whatsoever for how it was done, like, oh, just respond to the flirty DMs that Tempest has to filter through on Instagram. Wow, congrats. You can, like, line people up like that. Great. Because, like, if
It's a great idea. Wish I had thought of that sooner.
you're popular, then that just happens. That happens to everyone popular, you know?
It happens to people that are unpopular, like me. Yeah. People that are, like, have, like, tiny audiences. People that are, like, just starting out type of thing. I wouldn't say I'm just starting out. I mean, obviously, I've been doing this for a little bit now. But still, I mean, come on.
That's just how it is, you know. But if you want to, like, do things properly or whatever, you actually have to, like, develop some kind of rapport or relationships, or have the genuine confidence to know what you want and seek what you want from others.
Well, and that's the thing, is Dream doesn't have any genuine confidence, okay? He's clearly insecure as shit, right? Like, he doesn't really know what he wants, I don't think, right? Like, he's just insecure. So he's gonna take any level of affirmation or female attention as like oh, this is like making me feel better about myself, because he needs that external validation. For him, it's not about getting with minors. It's not about, you know, trying to, you know, convince minors to do sexual things with him. The minors aren't sexual to him, right? Like, that's why I don't think he's a groomer, because I don't think that he sexualizes them. I think that what he wants is for people to give him that external validation, and he doesn't care where that external validation comes from, as long as he receives that external validation. That's all he cares about, is the external validation aspect of it, right? It's not about whether or not the people giving him external validation are of age, because it's not like he gives a fuck about them or actually wants to do anything with them, as far as I'm concerned. It's more along the lines of, oh, you know, there's like a whole, let's continue. I'm getting very rambly, as per usual. I mean, I always do that. I'm the anti-Hassan of the leftist / commentary community.
Because I've seen this from so many exposés. What happens in a lot of cases is you have people who are very popular, but because they aren't secure in their popularity, they try to they get insecure about their likability when talking to people who they know already like them. Like, they're like, oh, well, my likability is tenuous and it relies entirely upon my career and my popularity, which is a
Yeah. I mean, no, I agree. Hassan is a fascist. I don't even think Hassan is anything. I think he's just a grifter. I don't think he believes in shit. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I don't know. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm actually a huge fan of my favorite Twitch streamer, Hamas Piker. Dude, I love when his chair reacts to content for like 40 minutes at a time. It's my absolute favorite.
Ephemeral. It's not directly a product of my charisma. So because of that, I have to be like weirdly cloying and desperate, in spite of the fact that I'm the celebrity here. Haven't you guys seen that from a lot of exposés or whatever?
He runs his Twitch chat like a gulag. Oh, absolutely. Except for when they're saying like anti-Semitic shit about Ethan, or saying that, oh, you know, Ethan is is anti-Palestine, and just saying shit like that. Then it's like, oh, my moderation can't do enough. Ooh, nothing I can do. Hee hee. Yeah, as if Hassan is like known for the lax moderation in his Twitch chat.
Whatever. You've seen that. We saw this from Justin Roiland, I think, the Rick and Morty guy. We saw this from like a bunch of YouTubers who've had DMs leaked or whatever, where you have the dynamic is like, even though they're the powerful, wealthy, popular one. They're doing this weird, like, oh, haha, you like me, don't you? Thing, which, like, what do you do? Like, they're the fan of you. Why are
Because they don't see themselves as the powerful one, right? Like, once you end up in that powerful position, when you've been in the opposite position for, like, most of your life, you're not gonna realize this, but you're gonna feel almost the same way that you did before, right? It's just gonna be the default state of being. You're not gonna be thinking about how popular you are unless you're like an egomaniac, right? This is why I don't think of Dream as necessarily a narcissist. I think he's like a Weasley fake piece of shit, but a Weasley literal liar, as a wise man once said, when it comes to speedrunning, let's just say. But it's more rooted in insecurity than anything else. They don't perceive themselves to have that level of power, right? They're not being malicious necessarily. It's just they don't realize the amount of power and influence that they actually have. And they're, I mean, they do it to an extent, but they believe that, okay, once that effect wears off, right? There's an effect that they have as a result of their success, but once they get to know somebody, that effect wears off, and then they're just themselves from before they were successful, in which case people are going to realize that they're actually not worthwhile, and then they're going to reject them. That's what they're afraid of, right? Because, you know, aside from their career, like, before they had a career, it was like, yeah, nobody really gave a fuck about them, right? So there's like the association there between having a career and being cared about and liked, right? They make that association directly, and sure, there is a direct association, but they believe that once the person gets to know them, rather than their career, that they're gonna get ignored like they always have when people get to know them. Problem is that most people probably didn't get to know Dream before he was, you know, big or whatever. Most people just didn't give a shit, right? Anyways, it is ultimately something that boils down to insecurity, and that's why I don't like to label Dream as like a groomer or predatory, when in reality, I just think he's insecure. He's cringy, yeah. Doesn't make him a bad person necessarily, right?
Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Well, I think the reason they do that is because in their mind, they know that their appeal is based on like an ephemeral external thing, their popularity, rather than their direct charisma or presentability.
Yeah, exactly. And then once that external thing wears off, and once it's like, oh, okay, that's like the default state of being for them, much like it is for me, then I'm back at square one, right?
So they get like kind of weird about it, and as a consequence of them getting weird about it, and a consequence of them not having like a good, like grounded understanding of what it is they want and what they offer other people, they end up making really bad decisions with who they talk to, which in a lot of cases just leads to weird.
Really bad decisions with who they talk to. Who was Dream talking to that he shouldn't be, and what is he saying that's so bad? Like, you need to show evidence of this. Saying that, oh yeah, this is like a bad thing that happened isn't enough. You need to show me the bad thing that happened, right? Show us the receipts. It's like you're about to make a really good point, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's like, and then you fucking ruin it, right? It's like, okay. It doesn't have to be a predatory thing. It's just he's insecure, right? I haven't seen any evidence of him being predatory or malicious. Is he fishing for compliments? Yeah. Is he a fucking loser? Yeah. That doesn't mean he's predatory.
Groomer shit. Again, not trying to absolve them of responsibility. I'm not. They are responsible. Just, I think there are reasons why this kind of irresponsibility tends to manifest over and over.
Okay, I agree that he's irresponsible, but that doesn't make him a fucking groomer. Again, there's not evidence of this.
How old were you when you got your first boyfriend or girlfriend? 15. Self-esteem issues? Yes. I'm a friend of a moderately popular person, so what you're saying makes sense. Yeah. I think that's the reason this keeps happening. And Dream is like the biggest case of it, right? Because he was massively popular. He got flamed like hell for his face reveal. However, you know, it doesn't take much effort to go on social media and see underneath all the people who are making fun of Dream for how he looks or how he acts, there are like 14-year-old girls who act like he's the finest man in the universe. And 14-year-old girls, they can have whatever stupid preferences they like, you know, okay. It's not on them. But if he engages with that, and if that's the only source of like genuine affirmation he's getting, like his live shows or whatever, then, you know, this was proven by Metal. A lot of 80s bands.
Stop stressing. Oh, I'm not like stressed or anything. I just get really passionate.
When the genre boomed, they had a lot of these issues, and it was pushed back into ground after grunge became almost non-existent.
Speedrun grooming allegation, any % real?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't know that much about music, but yeah, I fully believe it. Vaush, I have it. Oh no. Oh yeah.
All right. No auto-tune versus auto-tune.
This one's rough, man.
Spotlight. I want to put you in the spotlight. Turn off the cameras, now you're all mine.
I know. I know.
Make you a superstar in my mind, cause it's your show.
Like, this is cringy. It's embarrassing as fuck. I would be embarrassed if I posted something like this. But that's not grooming, right? That doesn't mean he's a groomer. It doesn't mean he's a bad person. He's just unself-aware. Like, those are completely different things. Ew.
I know. I know. This
Ew.
appearance is kind of like groomer maxing, you know? It's kind of crazy how hard he leaned into it.
Groomer maxing? What the fuck are you talking about? How is it groomer maxing? He just looks like a fucking insecure motherfucker. Femyoz gets passionate when imagining getting pounded by... Look, okay. Vaush isn't even my type. What do you mean? Like, all jokes aside, I'm not actually, like, attracted to Vaush. I just, like... I mean, I don't know. Getting dommed is getting dommed. I mean, I'm just... Okay, no, we're not gonna be down bad, okay? It's not time to be horny. Okay? I don't think he... Okay, here's the thing. All jokes aside, he probably, like, okay, if I met him in person, by accident, and asked to fuck him, he would probably say no on the basis of me being 19, and he's... or maybe he'd say yeah. I mean, if it's just, like, a hookup, he'd probably be like, I don't know. Maybe he'd be fine with it, because, like, okay, it's just a hookup. There's not, like, an emotional attachment, therefore it's not, like, coercive. A relationship, like an actual relationship, he'd absolutely not be on board with, that's for sure. Because it's like, okay, he's, like, way older. I don't know. He's, like, what, 27? Or something? I don't know. He's closer to 30 than 20, I think. So, yeah.
Feeling out his ability to get away with shit. I think, again, it's kind of like a vicious cycle, because you can kind of tell... Okay, like, let me give you an example, okay? I think this is actually a really, really, really good example, okay? So,
You win the tightest pussy award? Hell yeah.
Contrast to Dream, let's talk about a YouTuber who's very beloved and actually is a heartthrob. Markiplier, okay?
Hell yeah.
Now, Markiplier is very popular with a lot of people, mostly young people, I feel, but I do think he has a broader audience range in terms of age than Dream does. At least I'd like to believe.
So I think that the main difference between Markiplier and Dream is that when Markiplier does that shit, he's self-aware, and he does it in a way that's not fucking awkward or cringy or weird as hell, right? It's not that either of them are being predatory. It's just that the way Mark does it isn't cringe. He does it in a way that's not cringe. He's smooth, right? But being smooth doesn't make you any less or more predatory, and being cringy doesn't make you any more or less predatory either. It just means that one person has more riz than the other. It's literally just, oh, you know, they're doing, like, something kind of similar, except Dream is, like, kind of weird about it, and Markiplier has more riz. That's literally it. It's just Markiplier has more riz, so nobody gives a shit when he does it because it's not embarrassing like it is when Dream does it. But again, nobody is a predator here. Femyoz's type is more like Hayden Christensen? Hell yeah. Look, I usually like women, but Hayden Christensen is different, okay? I'd let that man do a lot of things to me, okay? I'm just saying. Anyways, I can't believe you remember that. Damn.
Because I occasionally watch Markiplier. Markiplier also, here, can we just, for the, like, 2 people in the audience who haven't seen Markiplier, let me just...
I mean, Markiplier is known for being hot, so... Easiest example to come up with for sure.
Hold on. There we go. That's a nice, like, palate cleanser after Dream.
Hell
Oh, there's Dream
yeah.
again. Oh, there we go. He's very attractive. Now, I think that the distinction is interesting because Markiplier does have a large audience of youth. However, Markiplier has always conducted himself very responsibly on social media. He does.
That's the other thing is obviously Markiplier is going to be a lot more responsible than Dream because A, he's more experienced, B, he's older, and C, he's smarter. All right.
He can't, like, make people not be parasocial because it's not possible when you're as large as Markiplier is, or as large as Dream is, for that matter. But
true, but, like, the way he conducts himself is a lot, like, 1, a lot smarter, 2, he has a lot more riz, and 3, he knows what the fuck he's doing, right? Dream doesn't know what the fuck he's doing because he's never even had any female attention, whereas Mark, I mean, let's be real, he's probably gotten female attention his whole life, okay? At least some level of it, okay? Bro has riz. I'm just saying.
He usually engages pretty level-headedly, and he thirst posts, but he thirst posts in a way that doesn't bait the affection of children specifically. How do
No, it's not that Dream is trying to bait the affection of children specifically. It's just he'll take anything he can get, right? Dream is just desperate for anything, right? And he comes across as that, right? And he does it in a way that's really cringe. The main difference and the reason that it doesn't get perceived in the same way is because when Markiplier does it, he has Riz. When Dream does it, he's cringe and isn't self-aware, right? That's the main difference. It's not that Markiplier is a better person than Dream. I mean, he probably is, because he doesn't closet cheat in Minecraft, but still. I mean, come on.
How do I describe this? Markiplier is very hot, and he knows it, and he does, like, you know,
Yeah, so the main difference is that he's hotter.
Post shirtless pics or just like look good on the TL, but he doesn't do it in a way that seems like it's maximally calculated to groom the brain of a 14-year-old girl.
See, this is what I mean, there's not evidence of this. What do you, maximally calculated to, what the fuck did he say? The way he worded it is so fucking AIDS.
Post shirtless pics or just like look good on the TL, but he doesn't do it in a way that seems like it's maximally calculated to groom the brain of a 14-year-old girl.
He doesn't do it in a way that seems like it's maximally calculated to groom the brain of a 14-year-old girl. Like, come on. Like, let's not pretend like Dream is even self-aware enough to, well, I don't know, maximally calculate how to groom the brain of a 14... Like, come on.
You know,
it's just not borne out in the evidence. I don't think that anybody in their right mind finds this shit attractive, that the shit that's Dream is doing, right? I think that Dream is just cringy. He just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He has no Riz. He's Rizless. He has the amount of Riz I would expect to see from, like, a 12-year-old fuckboy, right? Back on Musically, right? That's where his Riz level is at, right? So it's going to be the case that, okay, young people are more likely to find that attractive than old people because anyone that's older is going to be like, this is cringy as shit. But I don't think that being cringy makes you a groomer. Like, come on. I think that that's a little bit goofy. That's kind of silly, all right? That's a little bit silly.
Screenshot unrelated, I guess. Does that make any sense? People don't shy away from acknowledging that he's hot, least of all him. But he does it in a way that doesn't give me the feeling that he's trying to, like...
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. You literally just admitted it. It's a feeling. It's you feel like Dream is doing it in a way that's grooming, right? It's your feelings. It feels cringe, therefore you don't like it, therefore it's bad, therefore it's grooming. It's literally no different from the kinds of arguments that right-wingers will make but when they talk about the grooming agenda and, oh no, they're transing the kids. It's literally all just feels. It's nothing. It's a nothing argument. Oh, it feels different. They give off of a different vibe. Okay? Whether or not somebody is a groomer is not... Vibe is not evidence. I'm sorry. You can't just base serious accusations like that off of the vibes, bruh. Oh, he gives off bad vibes, lol. That's not evidence. You need actual evidence of him doing something with a minor, and you don't have that. Because there isn't any as far as either of us are aware, right?
Make himself a heartthrob to young girls. I don't know. I guess I'm thinking about it. Like, the difference is meaningful and real, but I'm finding it very difficult to describe.
Okay, if you can't describe it and you don't have any evidence, then stop saying that, oh, you know, Dream is a groomer because the way he does it feels like grooming. That's literally your entire argument. It's different because when Dream does it, it's cringe. That's literally all there is to it.
I guess, like, does everyone agree? Like, when I say, like, when I make this point, does it, like, make sense for those who kind of know?
It makes sense. You're more likely to label somebody as a groomer if they are fucking cringe and awkward as hell and it feels gross, right? And if it intuitively feels gross, then you're more likely to label them as a groomer. But just because something intuitively feels gross doesn't automatically mean that they're a bad person or that they're a groomer, right? These are like the same fucking like this is like basic conservative level argument. This is basic conservative level argumentation you're using right now, right? It's, well, it feels bad, so it must be bad. You know, I feel like the Bible's true, therefore it's true. I feel like trans people are gross, therefore, because they're gross and they're icky, and my tummy hurts, and my butthole tingles, gender-affirming care is bad, right? It's literally the same line of logic being used. It's just, oh, you're using it in a way that's, whatever, socially acceptable on the left, basically.
What I'm talking about. When I see Markiplier Thirst post, I've never gotten the feeling that he's trying to, like, you know, groom an audience or whatever, ever. I've just never.
Yeah, because when he does it, he's hot. But when Dream does it, it's cringe. Therefore, he's grooming the audience. You see why this is a leap in logic? It's just, I feel, I don't feel, I feel like when Markiplier does it, I feel like when Dream does it. It's all feeling-based arguments. It's not based in reality. It's just, I don't like, I get bad vibes from Dream. That's his entire position here.
Never gotten that feeling or vibe. I am biased towards him because I like him and I think he's hot, but I still don't think he's
yeah,
really.
It's literally, oh, I think he's hot, therefore he gets a pass. But when Dream does it, it's bad. I think that, look, I think it's perfectly acceptable to make fun of Dream for being cringe, for being weird and gross. I think that that's perfectly acceptable. But at the same time, I don't think that it's fair to be like, therefore he's a groomer because the vibes, bruh. He gives bad vibes, lol. Like, that's a terrible argument.
Really done that. It probably helps that he's hot in, like, a very, not in a general way, that sounds like an insult, in, like, a very universal way, whereas Dream is specifically, again, doing this, like Jesus Christ, look at this. Like, this is not, like, adults would never, like, this is, like, laughable.
Okay, so he's childish. That doesn't mean, okay, being childish, okay, and immature, and what, he's in his early 20s, so, fucking go figure. He's in his early 20s. I've seen a lot of femboys in their early 20s with this exact hair. Difference is they look a lot better because they shave the beard and they wear better outfits, but still. And you wouldn't say that they're grooming, right? That, like, yeah, okay, maybe he looks a bit immature and he acts immature, but that doesn't mean that just because he wants female attention while being immature, that doesn't mean he's grooming. It means he's cringy. You could say he's down bad. You could say he's weird. All of those things would be perfectly acceptable and true statements, right? But to say that he's a groomer, I mean, that's a bit far.
If you're an adult, like, this is a joke, as, I mean, hopefully everyone understands. That's why everyone makes fun of it.
I think that that's perfectly fine, but again, that doesn't mean he's a groomer.
But it's, and the kissy, I don't know.
I mean, it's gross, yeah, it's cringe, it's a major turnoff, but again, that doesn't make him a groomer. That's the problem I have here, is you're just labeling him without any evidence.
Bleeding and hemorrhaging viewers every time Dream's face is shown. Yeah, I have to show, like, Markiplier's OnlyFans pics to compensate, to bring it back. You know?
True.
Please, I beg you, do it. I'm not doing that. Dream defo has a bunch of DMs with minors. Well, I'm pretty sure that's confirmed. If I understand.
Wait, it's confirmed? Can you show me the evidence then? I'm pretty sure that that's confirmed without showing any evidence isn't going to cut it. Okay? Maybe he ends up proving me wrong. Oh, yep, here's the evidence, but I haven't seen it yet. Nobody's presented it.
Stand you right. It's not what they're doing. It's who they're marketing it to. If you are a popular content creator who has a lot of children who like their content, I don't think it is innately bad or morally wrong for you to present yourself in a way that emphasizes your attractiveness. If that
I agree.
That was the case, I think that would be a really arbitrary and unfair standard that nobody could really keep track of. First of all, on YouTube, basically everybody is going to have a large, sort of contingent of young fans, unless your content is, like, really specifically catered towards adults, you know?
Yeah, it's like you would have to age restrict all your videos, which is insane. No one's going to do that because that would fuck it algorithmically, right? That would fuck your channel. So nobody does that, even if they make content that's catered towards adults, right? I make content catered towards adults, right? Now, it tends to be the case that most of the time, kids aren't that interested in politics, and it tends to be the case that people that are interested in me for sexual reasons are adults, thankfully. That being said, that doesn't mean that there's never going to ever be, any minors that, like, it's like, that's just something that happens, right? You can't control that, really. You can't control who watches you. Even if I were to age restrict all my videos, people could just lie about their age, right? So it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that, I think that, you know, posting thirst traps because you just want that external validation is not grooming. And again, talking about DMs without any evidence of these DMs or any screenshots to back it up is, I think it's a harmful precedent to set. Okay, I know the it's a harmful precedent thing is like a fucking meme or whatever because people misuse that all the time, but that's genuinely the case here. It's like, yeah, setting a precedent for, you know, oh, somebody else said that there was DMs of him grooming a minor, so that's my evidence is somebody else told me so, right? That's fucking terrible. You know, I'm not a Dream simp. I don't like Dream, but I think it's perfectly reasonable to say that I need more evidence than that, even if it's somebody that I don't like. Again, that's something I've been very consistent in.
And at the same time, like, what constitutes as looking attractive? That gets really dumb really quickly. Obviously, you can go over the top. Like, if you're a content creator who has a large audience of children, and then you're doing, like, Twitch bathtub streams, which I've talked about before, and I think are extremely irresponsible and f***ed up. Like, if you're a chick and you know for a fact you've got a ton of, like, young boys in your audience, and you're doing, like, here's my boyfriend for a day posting with, like, the Twitch bathtub, like, yeah.
Yeah, if you deliberately market yourself towards children, and then you do really sexual stuff, I think that that's, like, bad. I don't even know if I would say that that's grooming, necessarily. I think it's just irresponsible. But that being said, that's not even what Dream has done. That's worse than what Dream has done as far as I'm concerned. Even if it turns out to be the case that Dream is a groomer, like, these unsubstantiated claims against him, just make it way more difficult for any actual victims to come out and be heard, because it's like, their shit is gonna get lumped in with all the fake shit. And that's not okay. So if there is an actual victim of Dream, an actual grooming victim, or actual grooming victims, then, you know, people that lie about Dream are only doing them a disservice, and they're doing Dream a favor in the long run. It's absolutely fucking insane.
I think that's really bad. You know, obviously there's like ways of going overboard with it, but I think it's really a matter of whether or not you are presenting yourself as just as you are, or if you're deliberately trying to cater to and be a kind of heartthrob. But even then, it's not necessarily groomer-esque to be a heartthrob, right? Like, I don't...
Thank you. Holy shit. That's what I've been saying. It's not groomer-esque to be a heartthrob.
think like a K-pop idol who presents themselves as a heartthrob is necessarily a groomer just because they know their audience has a lot of young people and they are presenting themselves as desirable, because this has been around for all of human history, right? Like,
Literally.
At that point, you're going to start arguing, well, it's actually irresponsible to have, like, Cartoon Network cartoons where there are drawn women that are attractive or whatever. Like, that gets, like, weird quickly, too. I feel...
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's meant to be a one-sided parasocial relationship. That's the point, right? Is if it's a one-sided relationship where the Dream stans find Dream attractive, but he doesn't find them attractive, but he gets all of the external validation that comes with it. That's his goal, right? He just wants the external validation from the parasocial relationships, right? The relationships would have to not be parasocial to an extent, or he'd have to make them, somewhat mutual in order to even start really grooming them, for the most part, right? There's going to be exceptions. There are going to be ways of grooming that, I'm not thinking of. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, it requires some sort of, like, actual, like, one-on-one interaction most of the time, right? To even begin to groom somebody, right? Rather than this disconnected parasocial relationship that he has with, like, dozens and dozens and thousands of thirsty teenage fans, right?
Like, the argument here is so strong because Dream resonates this overwhelming energy of creepy groomer bullshit that feels like it's almost instinctually...
Yeah, it's literally just feels like, oh, it just feels, it feels bad. It feels groomy. Like, that's not an argument. Femyoz is a smoking hot babe? Hell yeah. Why, thank you, Felix. I appreciate that.
Identifiable. But when you get down to, like, the layers of what exactly he's doing that are different, I think it gets a little bit more complicated, a little bit more ambiguous.
No, really.
But the vibes, But I don't think it's...
But the vibes! That's literally your fucking argument. You're calling this dude a groomer because of vibes. This is insane. Vaush, I know you're better than this. You can create a better argument than they're a groomer because... vibes, LOL. They didn't pass the vibe check, herder. Like, come on. Like, you're supposed to be, like, an S-tier debate lord, and here you are, using the vibes as an argument. Come on. Like, this is sad. Like, dude, I like your shit. I think you're funny. I think you're entertaining. I'm honestly a fan, but come on, dude. Like, I'm using, like, that's the thing, is because I'm a fan, because I'm a certified Vaushite, when I see Vaush do things that go against his own principles and things that he's argued against, it's like, no, dude, what the fuck? Why are you doing that? But yeah. I think it's always good to criticize people that you look up to, you know? And question why you look up to them. And, you know, maybe, and it's like, okay, you know, even regardless of this disagreement, you know, it's like, I don't stop looking up to him. It's like, I still look up to him, right? As like a content creator that I aspire to be like, right? But I think it's still, fuck, do you think Vaush would be willing to debate me on this? On the ethics of labeling somebody as a groomer with this little evidence? Because there's no way. I don't know. I feel like there's no way he would say yes. He'd be like, nah, this is like YouTube drama shit. I don't care. It's inconsequential. It's not politics, so why would I debate it? Which I think is valid, because I'm kind of the same way when it comes to, like, people that are way smaller than me that I don't know about, trying to get me to debate them with when it comes to YouTube drama stuff, but still. Like, I think that there's, like, genuinely something kind of harmful about being this, like, using the word groomer this loosely. I don't think he will. I don't think he will either, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I shoot him up an email. I shoot up an email, and I'm like, yo, Vaush, you know, I'm a fan of your shit. You know, you're one of the people that inspired me to do debates. However, I think that your coverage of the Dream allegations was really bad, and I was wondering if you'd be willing to debate me. He'd probably say no, but I think it's worth a shot, right? And, like, if I win that debate, like, think about all the clout that I'd get, you know? Think about what's in it for me, you know? It's like, here's a genuine disagreement, here's me having the objectively correct position, and if I'm able to argue well enough, then I win the debate and I get clout, you know? I mean, I already have the advantage of being objectively right, and of having a better, more nuanced opinion. But I don't know. He probably would say no. Probably would say no, which is unfortunate because I'm you know, maybe I'll add on in the email somewhere. Oh, by the way, I'm like a cute trans chick. Feel free to slide into my DMs after the debate. You know, maybe then he'll say yes. But, like, seriously, all jokes aside, I don't think he'll say yes, unfortunately. But it's worth a shot, so. Anyways.
It's good to make a determination just based off vibes. I do think it's okay to make a determination based on the fact that he apparently is, like, DM'd minors or whatever.
Okay, so here's something that's edited on screen. Again, we don't even, first of all, we don't know if this screenshot is of his text messages. I don't know if this has been confirmed or not. But again, this is something that's easy to fake. But let's read it anyway. So Dream says, you should turn up, come quarantine, JKJK. And then the person responds, nah, you probably got the Rona. I'll see you after quarantine. Sick face. Haha. Then Dream says, you can get it from me, BB. And emojis. Slurp that corona, yum coronavirus. Emojis. And then they respond, oh, bet. Yum. Dinner's served. And then Dream says, quarantine be bringing the horny out of everyone, WTF. And then the person responds, ha ha ha, that's just you. So first of all, right off the bat, we don't even know if these messages are actually of Dream. Okay, so first you'd need to prove to me that these are real. And then you would also have to prove that these are messages with a minor and that Dream knew this person was a minor. You would think that Vaush would be charitable to Dream considering all the PDF file allegations thrown at Vaush, but apparently not. Yeah, that's literally what I was saying. Like, there's a one-to-one comparison to be drawn. It's like, yeah, people will make shit up, take shit out of context, be extremely uncharitable. And while there might be, like, some tiny grain of truth, yeah, maybe Vaush was acting kind of sus. Maybe he was being cringe. He posted cringe one time. That doesn't automatically mean that, you know, he's, like, a bad person, that he's, like, a groomer, right? So I'm disappointed because it's like, this is somebody that I look up to, and it's like, his coverage of this is like really lazy, and it's just, he's going with the groomer narrative because it's easier, and it's like the path of least resistance, so he doesn't really have to think about it as much, right? I mean, hell, I went into this thinking that I would come out thinking, yeah, Dream is a groomer, right? I thought, oh yeah, he probably is if this is like, you know, this big, but then I look at the actual evidence, and I'm like, oh, never mind, I guess my, position there would have been, based on fuck all. So, you know, it's like, just because people say something doesn't automatically make it true. It's like, yeah, people say he's a groomer, but that doesn't mean it's true. And it's like, really disappointing to see somebody like Vaush, who I look up to, stooping down to this level of laziness and poor documentation. Doing a poor job researching this shit, doing a poor job gathering evidence. If you can even call this gathering evidence, it's really not. Yeah, I don't know. I know he can do better. That's what's disappointing about it, is it's like, I like Vaush, right? If this was just some random conservative shitter commentator, I wouldn't give a shit, because it's like, yeah, they get everything wrong. You know, they always suck. They're always cringe. They're always annoying, right? But it's like, I actually like Vaush. He gets most things right. Did Vaush take an L? Sadly, yes. He's taken an L with the Dream situation, and is basically labeling Dream as a groomer based on nothing but vibes. He's like, yeah, I think that the difference between when Dream posts thirst traps and when Markiplier posts thirst traps is when Markiplier does it, it's hot, so it's okay. But when Dream does it, it's cringe. And he's not hot. He does it in like a groomy way. You know, he's actually he does it in a way that's like calculated to maximize the fucking sexual response from 14-year-old girls. It's like, he's saying shit like that, and it's like, but do you have evidence of this? I don't know. It's disappointing seeing somebody I look up to doing such a piss poor job at this. I don't know.
So there's that. But yeah, I do think that the aesthetics are a big part of it, for sure. I think
yeah, literally, here he is admitting it. Yeah, it's the aesthetic. I don't like the aesthetic, therefore it's grooming. Fucking dog shit narrative.
A big difference is someone like Mark is doing it because he's just feeling himself, and Dream is clearly trying to seduce someone. Oh, I think.
What? Well, the reason that Dream would be supposedly trying to seduce somebody would be he's insecure and he wants external validation. He doesn't give a fuck about, like, it's not that he wants to get together with the minor. He's not trying to groom minors. He just wants external validation. Like, it's literally, like, that is the simplest explanation, and there's no evidence to the contrary. So why would you assume the contrary if you don't have any evidence to the contrary? I just don't understand what's with Vaush being extremely uncharitable for no goddamn reason.
I think that's a good one. I think that's a good distinction, yeah. When Markiplier thirst posts, it feels like he's just confidently
It feels like he's confident, but if you're insecure, then it's grooming. Like, what the fuck is this argument? Markiplier isn't grooming when he thirst posts because he seems confident and it feels good to look at because he's hot. But when Dream does it, he's insecure and it's bad. So I think it's grooming. It's like, this is the level of analysis we're operating on. This is the level of analysis he's operating with now. It's incredible.
Presenting the fact that he's hot, which is, you're right, you know, whereas Dream specifically is acting seductive. Like, there's a difference there.
What do you mean acting seductive? Like, what does that mean? Acting seductive. This is meaningless. Like, they're both doing thirst. What do you mean seductive?
Okay, yeah, I think that's
It feels like it's more seductive. What the fuck does that even mean? Give me something tangible. Don't just be like, yeah, it feels more seductive, so it's bad, and it's grooming. Because it feels seductive when Dream does it, but when Mark does it, it's hot, and he feels more confident. What the fuck is this?
Good point, yeah. It feels like a minor difference, but I think, well, to Dream it is.
It is... He's gonna make a pun. But yeah, like, all jokes aside, a minor difference, Vaush L, literally. I hate to say it, but I agree with you, Robin. This is a Vaush L. But yeah, if you're willing to acknowledge that it is literally the most minor difference, and it's literally just a difference in vibes, that's the main difference, then to call Dream a groomer for doing a cringy version of what Markiplier does is insane. It's fucking brain dead.
Is a minor difference. It feels like an insignificant difference, but I think it's actually pretty meaningful. Is it?
Yeah, the meaningful difference of being less likable. That's what makes the meaningful difference between groomer and not groomer is the extent to which you are hot and or likable. You know, if you're unlikable and not very hot, that's the meaningful difference, you know, even though it's just a seemingly innocuous one. It's like he's grasping at straws. Like, all you have to do is literally just say, oh, when Dream does it, it's cringe, and I don't like it, and it makes my tummy feel icky. My tummy hurts now. I want to puke when I see Dream do it. But when I see Markiplier do it, you know, he has Riz, so it gives me a raging erection. That's all you have to say, and you would take a W. You don't have to label somebody as a groomer, even, like, you don't even have to defend Dream. You could just not talk about it. But if you're gonna talk about it, you still don't even have to defend Dream. All you have to be like is, well, I don't know. I don't think that I haven't seen any evidence of Dream grooming. You know, I'm not saying he's not a groomer, you know, maybe there's some evidence out there, but I haven't seen enough to comment on it. That's all you have to do, Vaush. That's it. Because you clearly haven't looked into this shit. You just assume that other people have and that they've come to the correct conclusion without researching it for yourself, which is insane.
The question of interpersonality? I mean, to an extent, right? I don't know. I mean, apparently he's also doing, like, the grooming DMs thing. Right now...
The grooming evidence? Source, please? Source?
Trending. Dream did what? All caps. I mean, like, what? What now? You know? For anyone wondering...
Yeah, okay, there's something trending on Twitter. I don't give a shit. Show me the receipts.
Why Dream did what is actually trending. Dream recorded a deliberately sexual audio clip and sent it to a minor on Snapchat. Blow this...
Is there any evidence that he sent it to a minor?
...up so people don't have to dig through shit posts to find out what he did this time. I hate taking internet mobs at their word because they lie so often, but...
But you're literally doing it! You're like, oh, I hate taking internet mobs at their word, so let me proceed to take an internet mob at their word. Vaush, you've been on the receiving end of this. You, of all people, should know not to take internet mobs at their word. Because internet mobs have operated in bad faith against you, Vaush. So you, of all people, should know. I certainly know, because internet mobs have acted in bad faith against me, if you can believe that. You know, with a channel my size. It's crazy, I know. It's almost like internet mobs aren't always right. And Vaush and I agree on that, because we've both been canceled by the commentary community and you know, at certain internet spaces. You know, there are a lot of people that just won't interact with either of us. We're both kind of like, I don't know, outcasts in that sense, where there's just like a lot of people that hate us. But guess fucking what? Guess fucking what? At least for me, I don't know about Vaush anymore. What that's taught me is to have a fucking spine. And to not just go off of whatever the popular opinion is. Whatever the mob rule is. It's taught me, I mean, I already kind of believed in this, but it's sort of ingrained the idea that, you know, what's right and wrong is not dictated by what a plurality deems to be the case. Right? It's not what a plurality says. That's not what the truth is contingent upon. And Vaush should agree with this. But it seems like he's so lazy in this analysis. He's not willing to even think about it for more than 2 seconds. So he's just going with whatever other people have told him to believe. Like, you're supposed to do... This is the antithesis of everything he stands for.
Vaush, this isn't far from if you're ugly, you're a creep. If you're hot based, go off king. No, no, no.
Yes, it literally is. No, that chatter is right. That's literally what it is.
No, I disagree. I fully disagree. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with Dream's like actual physical appearance. If he
yeah, but the thing is Markiplier has Riz, Dream doesn't. Okay, when Dream does it, it's cringe. When Markiplier does functionally the same thing, but a better version of it, it's not grooming. It literally is that, because when Dream does it, it's unattractive and you get a bad vibe. And when Markiplier does it, you get a good vibe. That's the difference. That is the only difference. That is the only real, meaningful difference, I guess you could say. That is it. He doesn't have to be physically ugly for that point to be accurate. Obviously, it wasn't worded the best way, because it's not just about physical appearance, right? Like, the vibe you give off is not just your physical appearance, right? But somebody giving off a bad vibe is not evidence of them being a groomer. It's just evidence of them being cringe. And being cringe is not the same thing as being a groomer.
He acted normally, I don't think it would be an issue. It does sound like this.
Yeah, but acting, it literally does sound like it. Because what we're dealing with is, we're dealing with somebody that's unattractive. Not just in a physical sense, but just in a general sense, right? Because attractiveness isn't just physical appearance, right? The major difference is that Dream is unattractive and Markiplier is very fucking attractive. That's the main difference. So when Dream does it, because he does it in a way that's extremely unattractive and unappealing, it just comes across as gross and unappealing and cringe. But that doesn't make him a groomer. That doesn't mean he's predatory. That doesn't mean he has bad intentions. I think he's just an insecure loser trying to fish for compliments and will take anything he can get when it comes to that external validation. I don't think he's trying to seduce 14-year-old girls, and I don't think that he's trying to groom anybody. That's a ridiculous claim that there's no evidence to substantiate.
Okay, Even when he did his face reveal, wait, I thought he deleted this. Didn't he delete the face reveal video? 60 million views, by the way. Good lord.
Shows with the Dream Team house, and meet Patches. My goal was to just start doing things, get out, meet creators, say hi to my friends finally. Just get out with me. Okay, I've never pointed on camera.
There's nothing about his appearance that's like unattractive. Like, genuinely, okay, I know we have a lot of negative associations from Dream, but like in and of itself, like seriously, he looks fine. Really, he does.
Yeah, he's like an okay looking dude. He's not like ugly or anything.
The main thing that weirds me out about this video is the fact that he always very deliberately keeps his eyes and his face angled at just the right way, because he's very insecure about his appearance. Being insecure...
I mean, I can understand that, you know? It's like the selfie angle, you know?
Here is not in and of itself, like, morally wrong. So I don't think that... Like, the vibe is off, but...
Yeah, the vibe is off, but it's not morally wrong. So you should agree with me. Yeah, the vibe's off. That doesn't mean shit.
It's mostly because he keeps trying to maintain, like, a very specific presentation, because he doesn't want to, like, turn slightly. You know? Seriously, you can look at the thumbnail here. Like, he's incredibly consistent in how he holds his face. Probably recorded it a few times, you know? I mean, I guess I also keep my face at an angle for the most part, but, you know, that's just...
I mean, so do I, but I'm not, like, afraid to show my fucking profile shot. Like, yeah, okay, I have a big-ass fucking nose. I don't give a shit. Like, that doesn't make me any more or less attractive. It's just... Or, I mean, showing the profile shot doesn't make me less attractive for when I'm not showing the profile shot. Femyoz doesn't have a bad eye. This angle's not too good. It could be better. Either that or I'm just insecure. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, okay. Some angles are better than others, right? I don't even know if I'd say it's a bad angle. It's just not as good as, like, this angle, right? Like, this angle is way better looking than, like, the fucking side angle. Right? The profile shot. Right? It's like, yeah, some angles are going to be more attractive than others. I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely more attractive than Dream, but, it's not really a flex.
The Vaush Dream classic, you know? His reasoning for doing it made no sense, too. It was to not get doxxed. Is that what he said? Did he say that?
Okay. Yes, let me do a face reveal to not get doxxed. That makes sense.
Okay, I don't know. I feel like using vibes as a metric for creepiness is inevitably going to leave this to be an issue of attractiveness rather than creep factor.
That's literally... Yes, exactly. That's literally what it is. Like, that chatter is right. They are spot on. Because, yeah, vibes is not a solid metric for this.
Again, I'm just making the point here. There's nothing actually wrong with his face. Well, that's a...
Okay, but you're talking about vibes. That's literally your entire argument. You're not even refuting it. Like, you acknowledge the fact that, yeah, you're basing it off of vibes. But whether or not you have good or bad vibes, or somebody gives off good or bad vibes, does not fucking incriminate them as a fucking groomer. You look most attractive with an eggplant in your mouth. Well, goddamn. Jesus.
Funny frame there, but okay, that's also a funny frame. If you pause when a person is talking, they're always going to look funny. That's just classic. You can do that with TV as much as you want. There's nothing wrong. Okay, again, like, it's there, sure. There's nothing like wrong with his face. Okay, what's wrong with your face? There's nothing wrong with his face. Okay, it's not.
No, but he's cringe, and he doesn't have the adequate social skills to do it in a way that's not fucking cringe, right? But again, this standard of basing it off of vibes, funnily enough, would fuck over autistic people, right? I'm sure that there are plenty of people that have autism that would, do something similar in Dream's position, where it's like they don't really know how to have Riz, so they come across as, like, really cringy and don't know what the fuck they're doing. But that doesn't make them predatory. It just means that they don't know what the fuck they're doing in terms of their actual Riz, right? So, literally the main distinction between Dream and Markiplier with the whole thirst trap thing is Markiplier has Riz and Dream is cringe. That's the difference. Dream doesn't know how to do it in a way that's hot. Markiplier does. It doesn't... And again, basing it off of vibes is not a good metric. It's just, oh, I get bad vibes. What does that even mean? That's not objective or measurable. It's just, oh, there's bad vibes. You can say that about anybody. Oh, I don't like your vibes, so you're a groomer. This is literally what the right does to the LGBTQ plus community, is they're like, well, it feels like they're grooming, so it must be true. Just look at them. They're weird and gross. It's like when conservatives will throw together a shitty slideshow of old men that cross-dress and then say it's trans women, because their argument is entirely vibes-based. It's like, yeah, these are the people that are gonna, like, groom your kids. It's entirely vibes-based. It's based on nothing but they have a vibe that is like, oh, yeah, that's like, oh, I don't like that vibe. Therefore, it's bad, and therefore they're groomers. That's how they convey that information. It's literally the same shit. It's just not as obvious with this.
A matter of attractiveness. It's a matter of, like, what the
well, the way you articulate yourself is going to be a very important key determining factor in whether or not you're actually attractive or not, right? Like, you could have someone that is, like, physically pretty attractive, and then they open their mouth and say some dumb shit, and then you'll no longer find them attractive, right? And then there could be somebody who's kind of mid, but then they open their mouth and they have fucking Riz, okay? Like, they have mad Riz, okay? They have super mega insane Riz, okay? And then they suddenly become the hottest motherfucker in the room, okay? That can happen. Right? It's not just physical appearance. Like, this is such a bad faith interpretation of what the chatter is actually trying to argue here. Like, because the chatter is right.
His face did not make him do this. His face did not autonomously guide itself to this.
But it's not just physical appearance. It's the Riz factor, okay? The problem is that Dream has anti-Riz, okay? He has the inverse of Riz. But again, that doesn't make him a groomer. It just means he has no self-awareness and doesn't know how to have Riz and doesn't know how to be attractive, right? Being attractive isn't just physical appearance, right? It's the way in which you act. It's your mannerisms. It's all of those things that the vibe is comprised of. And that has nothing to do with whether or not he's a groomer. You could be smooth as hell. You could be as smooth and as hot as Markiplier, and you could still be a groomer. And I hate this idea that, if you're cringy or awkward or weird, that increases the likelihood of you being a groomer. I don't think it does. If you're smooth as hell, and, you have Riz and you're hot, even if you just have one of those characteristics, you're already way less likely to get caught. Just right off the bat. It's the same effect as whenever there's like a predatory female teacher, it's like there's a lot of people who are like, well, where was she when I was 14? And it's entirely vibes based. It's not because there's some sort of ideological reasoning behind, oh, here's why it's morally acceptable for a female teacher to do it, but not a male teacher. It's literally just vibes based because of the way it feels, because of the way it comes across. That's literally all there is to it, though. That doesn't actually determine the morality of it. Debate Vaush, I would be more than willing to. Again, Vaush, if you're watching this, feel free to debate me. Discord is in the description below. Hit me up or comment on the VOD. Yeah, comment on the VOD saying you want to debate me or something like that, and I'll pin it and I'll be like, hell yeah. Probably not gonna happen though.
A lot of people are gonna have a bad reaction to this because of rejection issues. Yeah, I guess so. I just think, it's not. This is one of the things that bothered me after he did his face reveal. People were arguing that he was ugly, like his face looked bad, and
he's not ugly. He's just insecure and not attractive because of the way he presents himself. It's the mannerisms and the insecurity, right? It's the way he portrays himself, right? But that doesn't make him a groomer. Like, not knowing how to portray yourself, oh god, I can't even speak. Not knowing how to portray yourself in an attractive way doesn't automatically make you a groomer, right? It could just be the case that you're autistic as shit, have no social skills, have no experience with women, and because of that, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I mean, I'm surprised. Like, that's the thing is, there are times where I've said and done things that are cringe or considered cringe because guess fucking what? I never used to get, attention from people that are sexually attracted to me until I started doing the whole femboy and transitioning thing. Now I get a lot of people that are horny for me. And guess what? I don't really know how to handle it because I'm not used to it. You know what I mean? It's like, this is all new to me. So sometimes I act fucking cringe. And you know what? That's okay. I'm 19, Dream is in his early 20s. Now, what I will say is that when I do it, I don't give off a bad vibe. It's like, when I'm cringe, it doesn't come across as creepy, it just comes across as cringe. But I think part of that is because there's different societal expectations and roles, depending on whether or not you look masculine or feminine, right? Because I'm such a feminine twink, and because everyone sees me as submissive and breedable, right? Because that's the role I fulfill in people's minds, it's like, it doesn't come across as creepy or weird, because if you're in the submissive position, you're the one that would be more likely to be taken advantage of, right? Not the one taking advantage, right? Whereas, okay, Dream, has a fucking beard, and, it's like, he wouldn't necessarily be the submissive one, so, and his audience is a lot of minors, so, it comes across as, ooh, it's kind of gross, I don't like that, that feels wrong, right? But just because something feels wrong doesn't mean that he's a groomer, right? I'm not saying that you should always just ignore your feelings. I think that what you should do is just make jokes about it, make fun of Dream, hoo-ha, the whole world works, fucking move on, okay? You don't need to call him a groomer, okay?
It doesn't. That's just wrong. I think one of the reasons why people were already kind of negatively disposed towards him was because he was already annoying and very popular, and people like to hate popular things.
Yes, this is true. This is literally what I was saying, is that, yeah, people like to hate people that are popular and annoying, right? Myself included. I don't like things that are annoying and popular, okay? I'm a contrarian, and I don't like annoying popular people, okay? So I have every reason to, fucking, whatever, falsely accuse Dream. But guess what? I don't, because I have principles. I'm not going to call somebody a groomer even if I don't like them. Even if it would be beneficial, sure, it would be more... There'd be more entertainment in maybe not. This is probably entertaining as well. But it'd be like, I'd get more attention if I'm like, oh my god, Dream fucking groomed me. Oh, Dream is this evil groomer. I knew something was wrong with him. He was always giving off these bad vibes. And then I just assume that all of the evidence against him is like 100% real and not taken out of context, and I don't question it. And then it's like, oh yeah, well actually the responsibility is on the people providing the evidence and not me to fact check it beforehand. Like, I could do that, and I could get away with it, though it might be harder for me to get away with it than somebody like Vaush, because I'm hoping, at least I hope that that's the case, I hope that I've conditioned you guys to be more skeptical of these kinds of things, right? So if I were to just, take it at face value and say, yep, this must be true, that you guys would call me out and say that Femyoz, that's bullshit. You know, you're saying a whole lot of nonsense. You don't have evidence of this. You know, you're just basing it off of vibes. I would hope that you guys would call me out on it. Some of you might be too horny for that. I don't fucking know. But, like, that's the thing, is, like, I think it's important to be principled when it comes to stuff like this. Even if you don't like Dream, it's important to have principles regardless.
Things. So when he reveals his face, and he's obviously, like, insecure about his face, people are like, oh, yeah, like, we can dogpile him for this, you know? But they're dogpiling for the wrong reason. They're dogpiling for his appearance, when in reality, you know, you can dogpile people for being annoying or creepy or whatever else. But it kind of, like, poisoned the well. And I think as a consequence of that, he's aware of this, right? So he, like, a bunch of people made fun of how he looks. So he's, like, desperately insecure. He's unused to fame. He used to be really fat before all this started, which means he probably didn't get that much attention from anyone, like, let alone women, right? So now everyone's made fun of him for how he looks, except for his hardcore, super parasocial, like, 14-year-old girl fans.
Yeah, who he relies on for external validation. Again, that's not healthy and that's not good. That's obviously fucking dumb as shit. Like, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't rely on your 14-year-old fangirls for external validation. Like, you should have some sort of internal validation and some level of self-esteem and confidence, but that doesn't make you a groomer, right? Like, it's you can say, oh, it's bad that he relies on them for external validation, and I agree, right? It is bad that that's what he uses for external validation. But something could be bad and not grooming at the same time, right? It's bad, but it's not grooming for him to be like that.
And because he was already kind of a creepo, it feels like this kind of just galvanized him into relying on them for, you know, his confidence and stuff.
But what does he do that makes him a creepo? Other than he gives off vibes that are cringe. He's cringe. That's really what it is. He's cringe, so that makes him seem more like he's a groomer. That's it. He's just cringe.
Self-assurance.
Like, can we just call him cringe and move on? I hate that I even have to defend him. I don't like Dream. I don't want to defend him. He fucking sucks. He's fake as shit. He fucking closet cheats in Minecraft and lies about it and tries to, you know, he hired a fucking astrophysicist to cover his ass. I don't like him. I think he's a piece of shit. I think he's gross. I think he deserves to be made fun of. I don't like him at all. But I'm being put in a position now where I can't, in good faith, not defend him from bullshit grooming accusations, because regardless of whether or not I like or dislike somebody, guess fucking what? False accusations are not okay.
So that's probably just, like, compounded and compounded and compounded and gotten to him, you know. I don't know. It's weird. Vaush doing lookism. I'm doing the opposite of lookism.
I don't think that lookism is a good term. I think it's more like vibeism. It's just based on vibes. Or Riz. It's about the Riz meter. You know, all there is to it is Dream has no Riz. He has negative Riz.
Dream heavily encourages his fans to be extra parasocial, and he also refuses to tell his fans to stop drawing him with other YouTubers that are minors. Well, that's probably pretty bad. However...
Well, okay, if you ignore that, like, okay, whatever. Who fucking cares?
Refuses to tell his fans to stop doing something is a very distanced accusation.
Yeah.
Where was that one of him with the singing and the crying? That one was so fucking funny, man. The one where he sits down and he, like, hangs his head 15 times?
I'm scared.
Is it this one?
Hi guys, I want you guys to get you guys to sing along with me, right?
Oh yeah.
Like you said, it's gonna be alright until I end up dead. Until I end up dead, I'm gonna be just fine until I end up dead.
What is Lil Bro doing?
Until I end up dead, I'm gonna be just fine.
He hung his head like 50 times during the thing. I don't know, man.
I think he's just insecure. Like, that doesn't make him a groomer, right? Like, this is just... Like, yeah, make fun of him for this. Like, this shit's funny.
Please get back to Tumblr right now. Yeah. Least watchable segment. Holy shit. I don't know what I'm doing here either, for what it's worth. I'm here with you guys, okay? Listen, it's Higgle's master-slave dynamic, okay? You may be slaves to the content.
Alright, well, that was a very rare Vaush L. I hate to say it, but happens to the best of us. Sometimes people just take L's, and you know what? That's okay. Sometimes that just happens. Sometimes it just has to be that way. And you know what? as a Vaushite, I feel like it is my responsibility to call people out when they say stupid bullshit that's wrong. You know? I think it's important. I think it's important to be able to know the difference between valid and invalid arguments, valid and invalid criticism, etc. I think all of that matters quite a bit. And at the end of the day, calling somebody a groomer without any actual evidence is what conservatives do. That's like the crux of modern day conservatism. It is false grooming accusations. That's like literally. That's what that shit is. But yeah. Holy fuck. What this truly has been the live stream of all time. My goodness gracious. Truly the live stream of all time. That being said, is there anything else I want to cover? I have no idea. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about in today's episode. Other than... Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out how to, like, make it so that I can pause streams without ending them with this whole setup. Because, if I don't, that's gonna be a problem. And, I don't want that to be a problem. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this epic masterpiece of a live stream / enjoyed. I hope you all enjoyed this epic masterpiece of a video, if that's what you're watching it as. If you did enjoy it, make sure to let me know by smashing like. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Subscribe with the notifications on if you want to see more content as it premieres / know when I'm live so you can catch me live. Follow me if you're watching me on Kick. Feel free to support me by using the Streamlabs link in both the description below and the pinned message of every single stream. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one, I think, unless I die in a tragic house fire. Good. Bye. See ya. Raid Jalen. Good. Wait, is she streaming? Hold on. Jalen is live. I'm quitting YouTube.
So what we can do it now.
Hold
actually.
on.
Go on terminal. You type in. Oh fuck! I've got to do this animal shit first. All right. So you go moon, and then you type company, and then you type confirm, and then it's taking us to the place where we can sell now.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know how I get off this terminal though. Escape. Okay, there we go. Right, are we here?
All right, go look at Jalen. Go click on the link in chat for Jalen's stream, okay? All right, I'm gonna be in her chat, okay? I'll link it in the Kick chat as well. Woo! Go check out Jalen. Okay. There's strictly Femyoz Goon Squad chat. Hell yeah. Dude, I love the Goon Squad. With the Goon Sesh. Alright, anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry for the really weird thing where, like, the stream, like, ended. And, yeah. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.